Welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. Grab a cold one, maybe a beer.
I'm gonna change that to blues.
Stay alert in the chat. Giveaway prizes. Heck, maybe we'll give away Uncle Bill's cowboy hat. Jim says sidekick, wouldn't you know? Uncle Extra Medium in the show. Smash that like button and subscribe. Let's all be part of hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe. Hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, and all the sellouts on our channel. Welcome to Uncle Bill's Saturday night Hangar of the Talk. That's actually very clever. 100 consecutive sellouts. I like that. That's actually very clever, Art.
Yeah,
I thought it was conservative sellouts when I first saw it.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was 100 conservative sellouts.
Clever and political. You're just hitting all the targets, all the buttons.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for stopping in. Everybody, all 9 of you that are in there, you know. We're all about quality, not quantity.
That's what it is.
That's easy for us to say.
We're screening.
Of course, that's what she
We're
said.
screening people from you. You're the lucky few we are allowed in.
Yeah.
It's our screening process.
Yeah. You had to get past that bouncer at the door, you know. Flash
Background checks. Yeah.
Flash the C note, you know, and then come on in.
Background checks and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, we check out your background. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna got a nice background.
Let's say hi to everybody. Lloyd.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
God.
Hello.
I can already tell the quality is just going to be right, you know, top notch.
Yeah.
How are you today, Lloyd? Good to see you.
Doing pretty good. I can't complain. Been a laid back day, cold, drizzly, raining. But other than that,
what do people say they can't complain? I can see people could win $1 million and then complain that there's too many taxes taken out.
well, that's true.
You know what I mean? I just you can always complain.
Yeah, well, that's true. I guess I could, but I choose not to tonight. Wait.
I'm sorry.
Good vibes.
I said I'll wait until tomorrow when I go out to dinner with my son. I'll complain then.
There you go.
About what? His choice of restaurant?
Well, I'll find something to bitch about.
Service? You know.
It's so cold. Why do we have to sit under a vent?
Yeah, well, actually, it's probably his driving. I tell you what.
Why did you turn him into like a 70-year-old woman? What was that? Get my shawl out of the van.
Get my shawl.
Yeah. You got to wonder about Art some days, don't you?
Manager.
I wonder about him every day, actually.
You know how I know Uncle Bill's family? I don't. I just showed up one Thanksgiving and nobody questioned it. Yeah, we questioned it because you know how many people come to my house on Thanksgiving? Zed, Zilch. Yeah. Just me and my little Valentine over there. Happy Valentine's, everybody, by the way.
Oh, yeah, happy Valentine's.
Yep. I actually wait, I didn't say hi to everybody. Wait a minute, Lloyd, anything else you want to throw in there, by the way?
No.
Okay, because I was gripping. Art, how are you? How was your day today?
I had a good day. Worked today. Did my 8 hours. Went over to my sister's, picked up my laundry, and visited for a while.
Mr. Kitty.
I came home and just kind of chilled in front of the PC. Then I had a hamburger, came back and waited for you.
A hamburger?
The hamburger.
Hamburger? Is that how you say that in Colorado? Hamburger?
Hamburger. Yeah.
For which I will gladly pay you next Tuesday.
Hamburger. Pepsi.
Sound like booger.
Yeah.
Like ham with booger sauce or something.
Hamburger.
Speaking about ham with booger sauce, you know what kind of people would make something like that? How you doing, Mark? How's England?
Cold.
Cold and rainy. Yeah.
Minus at the moment, but It's been,
Rain there.
at least there's been no rain today. That makes a change. We've had rain nearly every day.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Uh,
Don, you know how that joke is kind of funny. It was wrong to give my wife gonorrhea for VD because you meant Valentine's Day, but gonorrhea and VD. That is clever on multiple levels.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Multiple levels. That's the kind of guy he is. Don, I hope you didn't notice that I didn't send you a link this week because I send you one every week for the last like 6 months and you don't come. So, okay, Dominic, how are you today?
it's a pretty nice day here.
Well, okay. Happy Valentine's Day. Did you do anything for Valentine's Day? Did you stop down that certain section of town and find yourself a Valentine?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
With the cost of candy now, probably be cheaper to get yourself a
Yeah.
I was gonna say a blowjob, but I thought that would be nasty.
Yeah.
I just said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to see a box of chocolates? Okay, I got no chocolate now.
Yeah.
Juan, how are you? And how was your day today?
For me?
Juan would be you, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I took my sweetheart out for a date, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Got her some lotion. Got her some lotion. And got her manicure. Just kind of keep it soft.
Yeah. Did you get her drunk first? Yeah.
No, what are you insinuating?
that he needs to lube her up before he get. That's not. Well, yeah, he does lube her up a little bit.
Willing participant, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Begs for it, I'll have you know.
Yeah, and always satisfied.
Yeah, beg for it.
Always a satisfied customer on both sides.
Super happy.
Yeah.
Aren't you, baby? Yes, you are.
Yeah. That's awesome. I had a nice day today. I didn't work.
Oh, good for you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
Well, see, one of the managers is sick and called off Thursday, and the other manager covered for that, and then she couldn't cover for yesterday. So, and he was still sick. He was planning on not being sick, but he was mistaken, and we just couldn't get it covered. So I ended up working from 9 a.m. until 1 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
So that was a day, and they said, take tomorrow off. I'll cover for you. That was my boss. So that was, kudos to John, Don Lugo. Everybody say, hi, John Lugo.
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
Lugo is his last name.
Lugo.
John, anybody. Yeah. He's a good guy. Really good guy.
I coughed up a few Lugos in my day.
Yeah. See, because he already knew that the back's been out for a couple of weeks, so I was actually suffering through work to begin with, and then I have to be there for that long. It's like, so he was good to me today. So I actually slept in, and I finally got out of the house around 3 o'clock. So what I normally do, I'm a true romantic on Valentine's Day. I normally go see our friends down at the Walgreens on the way home from work. Gotta love Walgreens, man. They got every holiday. They got just
if you get there late enough in the day, things are on sale too.
Yeah. But they get enough though. They had plenty of good stuff. I got a big giant thing of bonbons, as Mark might call them.
Russell Stovers, yeah.
I didn't do Russell. Which one did I do?
Oh, Ferrero Rocher?
It might have been. I don't know. It was $30 for 19 pieces.
Boy,
19 little
big spender.
Yeah, they were gourmet.
Oh,
gourmet truffles.
Yeah,
I got her that. Not that she cares. She doesn't care. We don't. It's just
truffles are not cheap.
Yeah, you'll be eating them all. That's fine.
She got me a couple of little boxes of crap I don't want either, and I got her this cool little card that has a sound. She likes sound. She likes, and a little song, and then a little heart that spun around. It was neat. It was one of those ones that stands up like a display on the table. And then I got a balloon, and I did all that with my scooter.
99.
See, because what was smart is my back finally started feeling a little better. So what better time to ride a bike?
Yeah, exactly.
So guess what hurts really bad right now?
So
I
what
don't
last-
care. I don't care. It's been a couple weeks. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the ride. It was beautiful today. It was warm.
Good.
The breeze made it just brisk enough to make it nice. And I even got a balloon, and I fit all that in the trunk on that thing. It's pretty amazing.
Oh.
So anyway, and I did that, and I thought I'm going to fly something today too. So I did. So I actually flew today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not my Air 3S.
Air 3S.
No,
Wow.
not my Air
No.
3S. No.
Oh.
No, I flew a drone that I apparently, according to the videos on the card, that I haven't flown since the meetup last year.
Oh my.
The Mini 2.
The Mini 2.
That's right.
Oh.
I was charging up while I was running my errands, and took it down to a. I mean, these are drainage ponds, is what they are. You know, the city spent like $1 bazillion after the last flood.
Yeah.
Bazillion with a B. It might have been a gazillion with a G. I'm not sure.
Right.
It could have been, but they
Yeah.
put all these drainage ponds in the lower areas so the streets wouldn't flood. And but they've made them nice. They've actually put greenery around it and pathway and they named it after some chooch. And there was a
Homes
see it?
for
I filmed it.
alligators.
Huh?
Homes for alligators.
There's there is alligators according to the sign. It's one of those yellow beware of alligator signs there. So you know there must be fish, because if there were no fish, the alligators wouldn't bother, you know.
Yeah.
And I do see people fishing these things. So I mean, they're tied into the. We have a network of canals all through canals, you know. So I guess they dump into this thing. So it was pretty neat. So I took the scoop down, rode up on the sidewalk like you're not supposed to, and flew the drone. Yeah.
Nice.
And that's where that image came from. That the holding image for this video.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that was from today. Yeah. It's not a good quality. I just picked a frame out of the video and threw it up there, you know. But yeah, it's pretty nice. So that was my Valentine's Day, and Honey made me a couple of nice burgers. I remember I was raving about. Speaking of burgers, I was raving about Wallenburgers.
Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time out wasn't that great. No, I don't see many. I never see them actually. They tend to stay away from people. Really, to be honest with you, you want to see them, you have to go find them. You know. Do you have coyotes here too? And I've never personally seen any. You know, people show them. They show up on their Ring cameras and stuff. But anyway, part of it was they see whoever made the food that day did a good job. So the second time we went, they were too salty and they didn't have enough of this special sauce. And that apparently is the secret. It's the special sauce. Donnie Wahlberger's special, or somebody, whichever the chef is, Paul, I don't know, Ringo. But they apparently, my wife, he goes, it's a secret, right? He said, yeah. She goes, I looked it up. I said, not much of a secret, but she went on the interwebs and she found out that it's mayonnaise and ketchup, of course, and a little bit of sriracha and a little bit of pickle juice.
Sriracha.
And it was awesome. And she made it for me today. So there you go. And then, so I said, that was the best burger I ever had that day? No, today was the best burger I ever had. So what did she make? Now, got some nice buns and
pickle juice,
lettuce and tomatoes and onions, and it was rocking. And American cheese. You know, American cheese might be shit cheese, but there's something about American cheese on hamburgers.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, it's like they were made for hamburgers, you know, American cheese. And grilled cheese to a point, you know, but American cheese, you know. And a new flavor of potato chip made it into my house, which, by speaking of American cheese, I'm going to tell all my stories all at once. My wife went to the store and came out with a new flavor I've never seen before, which is bacon and grilled cheese. Potatoes.
Ooh.
Bacon, and not just cheese, bacon and grilled
cheese.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Potato chips or Doritos?
Potato chips.
Oh,
It had just the right amount of chemicals in it. It tasted like, you know, like a grilled cheese.
Sandwich. Good. Mm-hmm.
Were they Lay's or were they some other brand?
Lay's.
Lay's, okay.
Yep, I believe. If you can't get Lay's on Valentine's Day, don't even bother.
Yeah. Well, you get a lot of those in Hawaii, Everybody gets a lay.
But there are. By the way, back to the alligator thing. Yeah, they're here, and I've seen them. But like I said, we went a looking. We went a looking. Went on a boat. Went to a alligator laden, riddled piece of water, and never saw a big one. Saw a bunch of probably they approximately a foot a year they grow. So if you see like a 4-foot alligator, it's about 4 years old, and that's the biggest one I saw like that. Except for in captivity, those are they're like dinosaurs. You see the monsters at the parks and stuff, and,
Right.
yeah. But I mean, they're here, but they leave us alone, which is a good thing. I'd rather not, be half asleep in the morning, going out to my truck and stepping into an alligator's mouth on my way. Step up on it or something. I've seen those videos too, where the alligator was knocking on that person's door or something. Like they heard knocking and a banging at the door, and they opened it. It was a fucking alligator. Can you imagine? A big one too. A big one.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was my day. So there we go.
Us.
Treat myself to more of that apple whiskey.
Apple whiskey.
Yeah.
Apple whiskey.
Yeah, apple flavored whiskey's been around.
It could have been 7 Days of Venice. So
Yeah.
What?
Could have been Mormons knocking at the door.
The reaction is similar. It's like,
the same. Yeah.
They could be Jehovah's.
Later days. Yeah, Jehovah's. That's the one I was looking for. Thank you.
Jehovah's. Yeah.
Seventh-day Adventists. Aren't they Jehovah's? Seventh-day Adventists?
No.
Oh, they're Mormons. They're Mormons.
They're 3 different things, but I don't want any one of them.
Seventh-day Adventists are actually a spin-off of the Seventh-day Baptist.
What?
They're a spin-off church of the Seventh-day Baptist.
Yeah, we were across the street from a Seventh-day Adventist church when I
I don't believe so. The Mormon church was founded by a guy.
No. I said the Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah, that's the Mormons.
They're not. No, they're not Mormons. The Church of Latter-day Saints is the Mormons.
Seventh-day Adventists are
Seventh-day Adventists. Let me see.
Yeah,
like you said, they spun off from a Baptist sect.
Yeah, they did.
He's our company police here. Or Mister.
Well, I've been a Seventh-day Adventist, so I kind of know a little bit about it.
Oh, so they're just.
How'd you escape? I'm just kidding.
They're just kitschy. They're Protestants that celebrate
Sabbath on Saturday.
On Saturday instead of Sunday.
Well, they have
we're different. We do it on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, they also have somebody who's a prophetess that sort of like what's his name with the Mormons?
Smith.
Oh,
Tommy Osmond.
No,
what's his name?
Ellen G. White was one of the church leaders, and she was given all these books to write, from God, and she wrote all these books. Problem was she couldn't read, and she had she only had like a second grade education. But
second day education with a seventh
grade. Yeah. Man, this don't talk about my.
She actually was a co-founder. Apparently it was a Millerite movement. In the 1940s.
Yeah, they were part of the group that was the end of the world was going to happen in like 1848, and when it didn't happen, they just figured they got it wrong, so they were still waiting for it.
I guess. No, nobody told them
that's
how long.
One of the reasons I don't. Yeah, they're
how long a day actually is.
Join the heavens.
God made the world in 7 days, but nobody said how long a day was to him. There was no earth.
Yeah.
So how long was a day?
Exactly.
It was up to him.
Oh well, he was the one who made, or her, or whoever. He was the one, or God's the one who separated the day from the night. So it's like, but he didn't do that on the first day. He did that like on the third day.
Yeah.
So another 2 days before he separated day and night. Who knows?
He took a day off.
God knows for sure.
God said, "Let there be light." Mayonnaise. Anyway, seventh day Saturday is observed. Yeah, I guess the second coming, central focus, imminent, personal, and premillennial return of Jesus Christ, which didn't happen.
It's super interesting. I mean,
it is.
It is.
But,
yeah,
I think all the Christian churches believe Christ is coming back. I mean, it's like in the Bible.
Yeah,
But
I know.
believe the Christ.
it is now.
Welcome to Holy Hour with Bill.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that's continuing this conversation. It's the guy thinking about his demise over here. I don't want to.
No, man,
leading Jesus in the group here.
Yeah, well, I was
Say
just, you got the Mormons and the Adventists mixed up, and they are definitely two different groups.
And you know what? And neither of them mean anything to me. So
Yeah, I know.
don't care. But you're right. I got it mixed up. And thank you for correcting me, because that's what this show's all about.
Correcting Bill.
Yeah, let's make sure.
But the ones that do knock on your doors are the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons.
Yeah.
But
We just let Bill talk and then we
says-
pipe in every so often to correct him.
Hey, we got Lambo.
That's
in
quite
the
a show.
When Bill says something stupid, let's make sure it's based on accurate information.
In a minute.
That'd make a good show, actually. You just talk the whole time, and every so often we'll pipe in and correct you. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot.
Wow, it's been a long time. What's up, man?
What happened? Hello?
Been driving his Zambo in other directions, apparently.
Yeah,
Apparently,
Bill.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Not that it's not good to see everybody else. I mean, you're no more important than anybody in here, but
The prodigal
Is,
son.
Yeah, but it's good to
we're
see.
still glad
Prodigal
to,
son.
we're still glad to see you.
Keep that biblical thing going. He's the prodigal son.
Yeah.
Everybody celebrates the one that's been gone and ignores the ones that are always there. Yep. Yep. Make a big deal out of the ones that show up.
Hi. You know that / wave thing that you do, Hot Rod? I don't think that's worked in about 7-8 years. Because I see forward. Just so you know, the hand is not appearing. Maybe he's got an Apple. Maybe he does that on Apple.
It shows up on.
It's not appearing.
Sorry.
I don't see it. I see / wave. That's all I ever see. Which is nice. He's waving.
You're right.
No, I know. I just didn't know if anybody ever told him it doesn't actually pop up on our screens.
No,
Well,
I
he
thought
may
it show
use-
up on YouTube, but it don't.
Over
show
on
up.
YouTube.
I'm not criticizing for waving. I'm just saying,
That's-
perfectly nice of you, but it doesn't come up.
Even on Android. It
Yeah, the giggle doesn't come up either. Brett. It's funny.
Mhm.
Nope, it doesn't show up on Android either. Huh.
No, I know. I've seen him pop in on Android, and he's
Hmm.
that's his signature hello when he comes in.
That way we know it's him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a code. Nobody
Yeah.
who's gonna hack his account is gonna think that works, because they're hackers and they know what they're doing. So it's him. See? Yeah.
That's it.
There's a wave.
Yeah, pink hand waving.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's
Brian,
usually
why'd you pick that color, sir?
It didn't show up though on my computer. It
What
shows colon hand dash pink dash waving.
Yeah, that's what it comes up as.
Yep.
I see the hand.
I don't not on,
Hi,
my,
Brenda.
not on this. It don't show
Hey,
up.
Brenda.
Oh,
Hi,
Brenda.
Brenda.
Brenda, is it Brenda? Brenda!
Yeah.
Hey, ho, ho.
Hey ho.
Brenda.
Wave your little pink hand. Say hello. I'm assuming it's fake. It might not be.
Yeah.
Could be brown. Could be browner.
Purple.
Could be
Down.
Where's all my
Could be
animals?
yellow-ish.
You know,
You know, it's
come
funny.
to think of it.
Are Japanese people actually yellow? If you ever met one that was yellow, that means their liver's shut down. I don't. I don't think that's an appropriate use of a color.
Blondish, huh?
Yeah.
Liver.
Huh?
Kidneys.
Jaundice.
All right, you're right.
Yeah.
Kidney. See, there we go. Hey, correction number 2. Thank you so much. You're right. It is kidney.
Well
Wait, is it
done.
kidneys? No, jaundice. Jaundice is your liver.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you turn yellow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That's really.
I know someone that
That's how my dad died, actually. Not my
Jaundice?
stepdad that lives down here. He's not dead.
Yeah.
The the original
Yeah.
version
Oh,
of me.
the
Yeah, his
original.
liver shut down. He died.
The
You could die
donor.
from jaundice.
Huh? What?
I knew you could die from jaundice.
Yeah, you could die, Dawn. Just John. Of course you can.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yellow jaundice, yellow fever.
Oh.
Well,
Jaundice is-
basically, you become jaundice as a result of a failed liver or something
Yep.
along that
Right.
line.
right.
And the poison
okay.
builds up, and the poison builds up in your system, and that's the
If you
outward.
get to the point that you're already yellow, you're probably
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
Oh,
Okay.
everyone do that too.
Yeah.
All right. This isn't argue with everything Bill says tonight, is it?
Yeah,
I
Did you
apologize.
get the memo?
Yeah.
Did you get the memo?
I said pretty much first of all, so you didn't have to correct that.
We had a
Medical
meeting.
condition with yellowing of the skin or whites of the eyes arising from excess of the pigment bilirubin. I've seen this before. Bilirubin. I know that guy.
We had a meeting.
And typically caused by obstruction of the
Jewish
bile duct. I guess where they get the word bilirubin. By liver disease or by excessive breakdown of red blood cells.
Mhm.
And my reference was to the second part, the red blood cells breaking down, because when James was born, he was jaundice, and they had to do a blood transfusion, and that took care of the jaundice. So he was yellow, but he
Okay.
became.
Well,
That was my only comment. That's what I wasn't.
Well, no, I'm glad you
Yeah.
explained why you corrected me. That makes it even better.
yeah, maybe he's Oriental.
Yeah, and making
Well,
me
if
feel
I'm going to be called an
because
asshole
because
tonight, I
your
might as
child
well be
was
a good
born
one.
ill,
Yeah.
and making me feel bad, and making it personal. But oh, no, it was beautiful. Thank you.
Well, Bill, I like you.
Jonathan, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I suppose it can get to the point where there's no coming back because apparently,
you're right.
according to my grandmother, who was a nurse at Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in New York for 20 some years, didn't see it coming. So that's interesting. But he was talking to her 1 minute and sliding down the wall the next. That's exactly what she said, how she put it.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was that. And he was not like me. He was trim and in shape, and I don't know, but he drank himself.
How round is the shape?
No, he was like 6'1" and 175 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
He played baseball in the VFW leagues in New York. Blah blah blah. He was highly athletic and a world champion drinker of whiskey.
I got a championship for that. Yeah. Must be held in Dublin.
I think it's held in hell. I think you get the award once you actually croak from it. But yeah. Skin and moisturize, turn yellow by Reuben. Everybody says the same thing. There's a whole bunch of answers there.
Yeah.
But no, that's of course in a hospital, and if it happens briefly or he was just born, so they knew what to do. Thank God.
Yeah.
But if the typical American guy who's too stupid to see doctors, I mean, there's you can't afford it. You know what you do? You stiff them.
Yeah.
You go live long enough to feel guilty for 5 or 6 minutes for not paying them, and then you live. I mean, that's how that works. That's all. That's included in the cost of our health care is paying the bills that people don't pay. I'm sorry, what?
They accept penis? You said stiff them. Oh, you mean don't pay them?
That was clever.
Like a hormone.
I thought you like, give it. Oh yeah. I'm just like, oh yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah, no, but honestly, they can't kick you out and let you die. So yeah. Doesn't matter how big that bill gets. Once it gets past a day and a half in the place, you're never ever going to be able to afford to pay it back. If it's something serious anyway. I got a life flight. You got to get to the equipment that we don't have, and then they throw that $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on it. I mean, what did you see what the price of a ride in an ambulance costs now? It's like $5,000.
$5,000?
Wow.
Just to get it.
$1,000.
Huh?
It was $1,000 last time I was.
No, dude, it's totally changed, man. I don't know. Well, maybe it's just Florida, or maybe it's. I know that I've had insurances that will cover the first $5,000. I guess it depends on that. What kind of what kind of I mean, if you're just being transported like it's a taxi, versus they got to send that yellow one out. That's keeping that big square one that's keeping you alive all the way there.
Right. Yeah.
If someone calls up and says someone is unresponsive and near death, they're going to send the thing with all the magic toys in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
So $940 to $1,300 for basic life support, and between $1,500 and $2,500 for advanced life support.
No, actually, I've seen higher bills than that, so I don't know if it's different where you are.
Cost can vary significantly, though. Provider insurance, blah blah blah.
Distance from hospitals, availability.
Right. Oh yeah.
You live in a pretty could not just say congested. What's the word I'm looking for? Well, might as well. Rural, yeah, very rural. But a little more than rural. I mean, you're very close to some pretty major cities there. I mean, you're a suburb, aren't you? Or no? Or kind of, sort of.
I am.
Yeah.
I had to take a helicopter twice. I don't even know what that cost, but according to this, between 20 and 50.
I'm gonna look it up too. I mean, what they actually bill. I mean, I don't care what websites say. I'm talking about what they actually put on the fucking bill, because it's just retarded, man. I mean, it is. A day and a half in a hospital, tens of thousands of dollars, where most of the time all they did was take your readings and feed you in a comfy bed, in a quiet environment. That's a hell of a lot of money for that. Oh, they're doing blood tests too. Yeah, I know. My insurance covers that, and I drive down to Quest and they take blood tests. It costs me nothing. So why is sitting in a hospital room? I mean, it's the skill, and that's you're paying all those salaries, the skilled labor, the insurances, because people. Malpractice is just insane.
Well, and you have to charge a lot more to make up for the people that don't pay.
There's that too.
That was the first thing I said.
Yep, it was.
I brought that up. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care if I can't pay for it and somebody else has to pay for it. I'm not going to die to protect someone else's pocketbook. That make me a leech?
I guess.
Yeah.
Beef? Maybe a leech? I didn't say I'd try to pay. I wouldn't try to pay. Like, I'm just saying it's not going to be within it's never going to be within my means.
Yeah.
The bill is serious. Some of these bills are pretty fucking serious. What? All right. Just saying. You spent some time in hospitals, but it's gotten exponentially worse. It just seems like with the insurances going up as high as they have been, the premiums are just idiotic now. I think it's part and parcel of the fact that the hospitals are too much fucking.
Hey, Mark.
I mean, yeah, I understand it costs them a couple $1 million to buy that giant magnetic donut, but the computers attached to it and all that stuff. Yeah, I understand why that thing's fucking expensive, but I know a lot of it's subsidized for hospitals through the government. I know a lot of those costs are subsidized and dollars and whatever. And you don't need to try to make the money back in the first fucking year.
Hey, Mark. Mark Fisher, ladies and gentlemen.
Mark Fisher is visiting my stream. Oh man,
that's funny because
I know I don't understand what's going on.
I was just thinking about him today. I saw something else and it reminded me of him. So wow.
Did the whole rest of the internet just drop off? Did the rest of YouTube just disappear?
Yeah, this is as good as it gets, folks.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Kitty. I gave up. I'm using my crappy ass webcam because I got tired of fighting with the Pocket 3. So that's why I don't even know if you can adjust. You can't adjust color or anything on this app, as far as I know.
Hey, Mark. You know what's funny? I'm glad to see you came in, but I just noticed you said hi to Art and you said hi to Lon. This is my fucking stream.
Yeah.
Say hi. The fuck.
Yeah,
it's not like our names aren't over our, up here.
I've met the guy. Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, I have to.
He's met me a few times, actually, a couple of times at least. That is the problem. Yeah. I sent a link out to Philip Koshat. Did you see the latest Ken Herron video that came out?
Yeah, I saw
I have
that.
no idea why they showed it because his videos never show up in my thing. but Phil was on it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I watched it because Phil was on it. To be honest with you, and then Joe Fodolito was there. Fodolio was there as well, who I also
Really?
Uh,
Yeah, so you get an Apple phone and now this.
everybody in there was cool. It was a get together.
Yeah,
And
go
Rome,
for it with the
talking about the
iPhone.
Romans.
Fine.
But it was like Rome, Georgia. You know,
Yep.
Oh,
because he's clever.
He
Go
starts-
for
he gets-
Tennessee now, don't they?
It's a good video. It's entertaining, actually.
yeah, first he gets an iPhone, then he starts hanging out with Ken here. And what's next?
Yeah, what's new?
What's next?
Mark almost said hi to me. Look what he put.
Nice, Mark.
He almost said hi. Uncle, he acknowledged me.
Yeah, there you go.
Uncle Bill. Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Thanks a lot, Mark. You would know good looking if it smacked you in the ass.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
You know, we run out of stuff to talk about, which was before we even got on. I took some video today. When I'll show some boring raw video footage if you like.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's all right.
yeah.
I wouldn't want you to put yourself out, Bill.
I already transferred it to a file that's sitting on the screen right here.
No,
So
it's okay. I
really
don't want you to have
I
to
just
click.
gotta double
I don't
click.
want you to have to do all that.
It's already done.
No, it's God, that clicking and all that.
It's no problem.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
Wait, I got two.
Okay. Yeah.
I got more than one thing opened up. Which one is it? I am ridiculous. I really am. Not that one.
Oi,
Hey, Mark.
Oi! What?
Mark. M Drone. Are you going to? Have you decided you're going to the South Florida meetup yet? I think it's old lady though. If he goes,
What the heck was that?
I don't know. Art.
what?
I just paid all your money.
Do.
See, that's the thing about Mark. Mark's quick. He's got something funny to say.
Mark says he can't go. He can't go.
Can't go where?
Florida.
South Florida drone meetup.
Oh, you can't go? Oh, that's too bad.
Nah, he's got some charges pending.
Huh?
Yeah.
Probably got charges pending.
I was thinking about going this year. I mean, it's a long way,
Yeah, I know, right?
I gotta. You know how much gas is now? I just.
Yeah.
I was
not-
hoping you'd be able to
not a lot,
drive
to be
me
honest.
there.
Well, if you can't go, you can't go, man. It's cool.
Well,
Yeah.
See, here I was depending.
That's okay.
I was depending on Bill to drive me there.
Don't
What the hell am I
you-
going to do?
Don't push yourself, buddy. If you can't make it to Sticks the night before, too, I understand.
Yeah, it's already booked. It doesn't matter whether I'm there or not. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
If you need to stay home, it's okay. Really cool.
I don't enjoy that Sticks event as much as you might think I do.
I would assume you don't.
if you don't go, who pushed
I
you?
really should just relax and act like a customer, but I just can't do it. I've been in that building and working in that place for too long not to constantly inject myself into everything that's going on while I'm there. So, I mean, it seems fun. There's a lot of laughing and talking, and I've seen Lon there. Lon, was that the first? No, that's not the first time I met you.
No, because we were at whatever that other city was, and then for dinner that night we went to. It was all impromptu. We ended up going to it's not the Sizzler. What the hell was that steakhouse?
Oh yeah, okay. So you went to the third? Was that the
Lone
third
Star?
one?
No, the
Second
first
one?
one.
No,
No,
this happened after the first one, because
The first one-
it was like a sports bar restaurant that's really popular down here. What the fuck's the name of it? And Ray really likes it, and it's a good place. If you go there any normal night, it's a good place. But that night just happened to be the fucking play, the Final Four.
No, that's not the story I was trying to tell.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought you were talking about the night we waited
No,
for
the Friday
2
night.
hours and
No,
two
the
and a half
Friday.
hours for our food and all that.
No, the Friday night. We all ended up at the hotel, and then somebody got the smart idea to go get something to eat, and 50 of us descended on, what was it, a Lone Star or some kind of steakhouse? I can't remember what steakhouse.
Cheddar's.
Or no, it was something like that. But yeah, it was some kind of
Yeah,
steakhouse. It's like 50 people just showed up there all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know the place you're talking about because it's the one that Ray always recommends. Is why people were
No,
going
that's the Sunday. That's the Saturday. That was Dundee's or
there. No,
Patrick's or whatever the fuck it's called.
okay. Well, there's only. I mean, how many other? What others? I mean, there's Lone Star. We have a Lone Star. We have the fuck else we got? I got an idea. Because I live here, if I say steakhouses near me,
Yeah, because I don't think you were even
Right.
there. I'll be honest with you. That's
yeah, I
when
know,
we
but
were
I'm
in
just
Stewart.
trying to help figure out. You got me curious now.
Yeah.
You know,
That's when we were all in Stewart, and we just got this genius idea to go get something.
yeah,
to
it'll
eat.
all jump in at 550 of it one time.
And it's right by the hotel. It's a restaurant, basically in the same parking lot. We didn't drive, if I remember correctly. It feels like we just kind of strolled over there, but I can't remember. But we all just showed up, like just before closing too, like at 9:00, and they closed at 10, something like that.
God,
It
the thing throw up Outback.
Maybe it's something like that though. It's
Yeah, I
something
know. I know what you mean. It wasn't Kyle G's. That's so effing expensive. That's like
No. Yeah,
Kyle
no, it
G's.
wasn't that.
Kyle G's is white tablecloth.
Yeah. And it was a different hotel then too. It wasn't the hotel they all stay at now. It was the first year was a different hotel.
But it's like a chain, right?
Yeah. It's something that you would see, in most
Right.
towns, like a Lone Star, like an Outback, like whatever.
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, like a Texas Roadhouse. Hey, that sounds
Right. Good job.
That
From
sounds pretty
England,
good.
and he picked out one we didn't think of.
Yeah, they might be right. It might have been a Texas Roadhouse.
And we're finally getting one here.
We have one, but it's not near there. It's like on St. Lucie West. Because I just pulled it up, and then the Outback there's a few of them. Could have been.
It doesn't really matter, but the story is we just descended on these people like an hour before closing. They closed at 10, and we rolled in there like at 9, that kind of thing. And oh my God, these poor people.
Did somebody say Texas Roadhouse already?
We tried Texas, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. That's all we got for chains. I mean, there's a sports bar kind of restaurant that I can't remember the name of it though. It used to be in the bowling center. What they had a smaller franchise of it in the bowling center in St. Lucie West, but they also had a competition to it, a full-fledged one across the highway and a half a mile away. You were right. It was like Duke's. Did you say that earlier?
Yeah, like something like that.
I think it was Duke's. I thought you said something like that.
Yeah, Kilpatrick's, Duke's, something. I can't. It doesn't really matter. The story was the real story is we all just descended on these fucking people on a Friday night. Like I said, like at 9:00.
Yeah. There's a Duke's. It's the they call themselves because it says Duke's on the picture on their sign on the front of the building. But their website is calling them, so this is newer. Duke's Place Bottoms Up Bar and Grill.
Wow.
So they got strippers now.
I wish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
What's that one with it's not Owls because that's Hooters. What's the one the where they're trying to be Hooters? Twin Peaks or something like that?
Twin Peaks is in West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there with Kenny.
Yeah, they're like Hooters.
That's a good name.
Hooters Junior. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but it's better.
Peaks, yeah.
Better. Hooters is almost completely gone. Twin Peaks actually has good food, good service. When we walked, at least the one that we went to. I mean, I'm sure different markets they're different. They're not supposed to be, but that always is the case.
Right.
But you walked in, and there was a sign there, and it actually told you what the temperature of the beer cooler was. Like a sign that just kept you up to date. And it was like,
you told this story before. Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I mean, the girls were cute. They were nice, but they weren't slutty. It wasn't a slutty experience. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, you talked to them, kidded with them like that, but that was it. And it was good. The service was good. The food was good. You really can't complain. It wasn't that expensive either. I mean, it wasn't cheap.
Hooters used to be good.
Wasn't
Hooters
bad.
used to be good. I used to like going to Hooters, not just for girls. I mean, for real. I like the food.
I love it when it frosted with the beer and they put the beer in it, and the beer actually causes ice crystals to form on the inside of the mug. That's how cold the mug is and how cold the beer is. I mean, beer is different at that temperature. It really is. It's a different experience. If you like beer.
I'll be back in just a second, gentlemen.
Okay.
I wasn't even sure you were still here.
Cool.
He was
Yes, I was still
mean to me.
there.
He was mean to me earlier. Okay, what? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I still
What you
hear
laugh?
you.
What the hell? What are you, a sneak?
Yeah, I want to hear what you say about me while I'm gone.
Well, he was
Yeah.
mean. I
Oh,
don't believe it.
Bill, I do a video of Don with actual words in it.
What's that?
Claymation mode that I'm sharing. If you go and share that video,
Is it showing up?
I got
You
it.
ever play any
Oh, there it
on
is.
this?
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom.
Oh,
You
we've
heard-
seen that
didn't you
one.
already
This has
show
been
this
a
one?
Billways presentation.
Oh God, it's that. So that's me now.
No, that's not.
This
Oh, that
has
is
been
still
a Billways
Don. Okay.
presentation.
Don looks like he's taken so many uppers, and he's going. His face, his eyeballs are about to explode onto the screen of the camera.
Oh, really? Twin Peaks is going out too, according to Brenda.
What happened?
Looks like Wallace and
You
Gromit.
guys don't say hi to Brenda. Brenda!
Are they?
Woo!
Well, they're bankrupt. They're bankrupt
All
of
right,
morality.
Brenda.
Hi,
Yeah.
Brenda.
it says this has
too
been a
bad. This is good.
Billways presentation.
You know,
Yeah.
but a lot of good places are going under. By the way, by the by, you know,
Yeah, by the by. Yeah.
by the by, a lot less people are eating out less. I mean, it's something you don't have to fucking do. You know what I mean?
It's a
And
hygiene problem.
frankly, service has gone down over the years. Their attitude and whatever. That's why I actually prefer some of the ones that are owned by people from another country, like the Mexican one I go to, couldn't
Right.
be better, sir. I mean, just polite and smiling and constantly cleaning, and it was awesome. But they're glad they're here. You know what I mean? You go to places that are predominantly American all their lives. I hate to say this, but you have to chase them around like chickens to get them to fucking work.
Uh-huh.
It's tiring,
their
and I'm
phones.
too old for this shit.
Phones out back.
It was always kind of like that, but now it's never been this bad. Not that they're bad kids. They're okay. They're nice. They wouldn't hurt
Hey,
anybody.
Boomer.
They wouldn't hurt anybody. I like them. You know, and I do. You know, they do a good day one day. I buy their lunch. You know, I mean, I buy it. The store doesn't. You know, I could because I appreciate. I'm trying to show them carrot and a stick because nobody's ever showed them you get something for something. Apparently, it's I deserve my paycheck just because I showed up on work for work on time today, and it's amazing that even the good kids, while most of the time they're not like that. You can laugh at me all you want. It's dude.
No, I think it's just funny.
No, I don't think
all of us. I
you're
got the same problem you have. I'm laughing because I got the same problem you have. I chase these kids around all day long.
I'm just telling you, it's changed. The attitude's changed. You know,
absolutely.
even though I could get a job anywhere at $4.25 an hour back in the day, because I had to, and that was terrible pay, but that's what the starting wage was that long ago. So. You can do $4.75. I'm your man. I mean, it actually back then it made that much of a difference to me. What a fucking jerk, pauper. Anyway, but I did my all, not because of the pay, it's because it was something I committed to do, and I knew people. There's a little bit of empathy here. They're spending a lot, and they're not doing anything wrong. By the way, the customers aren't doing anything wrong just by showing up. I mean, that's the whole.
That's the one, man. The phone will ring, and the people in the scheduling office will be like, "Ha!" And I'm just like, take a really close look at your paycheck. It might have the boss's signature on it, but underneath that is that person on the phone, idiot.
And you're getting paid for the ability to make it sound like you're happy to hear from them. That's the whole point of it. Even if you don't have a good answer for them right now that they're going to accept.
Hey, Josh.
You treated them with some kind of respect. You know what I mean? And that gets hard, though, dude. And especially in your business, because those are business people who are paying for services. And they're even, you know, I mean, like where I am, if I kick out somebody because he's being an asshole to the staff, I'm not losing that much versus an account. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know,
you gotta put up with some more. You gotta put up with some shit sometimes. Most of the times, those companies are professional and don't give anybody a hard time, and are actually say thank you when you take their order. You know, but
people happen to see me wherever I show up, for real, and not because I'm awesome or not, just because
Yeah.
They're losing thousands of dollars every hour their door doesn't work. They
Right.
can't get product in and out of the building.
And I know,
You know what I
tell you,
mean?
when they do the phone calls, even the ones that the last several years that I've been working for, the ones that actually shoot their mouth off because they have a short fuse, never talk to those people like that when they're on the phone with them. Because first of all, you got no control over them. You just don't. So it's just not going to work. You know, and you want a favor here and there. You got to, they'll all do what they're supposed to do. Yeah, well, I can get somebody there next Tuesday. You mean our front door, our main door is not going to open until next Tuesday. And it's not like it's got handles. It's you got to pull it up. Yeah. Well, you know what? If you have a good relationship with a company, they may be able to squirm something in.
Right.
And get you there, especially if they have an idea of what it is. I mean, it's not what our front door is not all fucking complicated.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, I say that tongue in cheek. I wouldn't know how to fix it, but I know the guys that come out and service those things could know what every single one of those components in there is and what it does. So
yeah, it's just interesting. That's all. It's a very interesting thing. But just the general attitude is where I'm at. I'm in that office and the phone rings and it's all, and it's like, oh my God, settle down. I hate these fucking phones, man. And it's like, Jesus Christ, you're in the wrong business, there, kid. That's like working at McDonald's and hating hamburgers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just dumb.
If that's
stupid.
And who are these people? What were their positions there?
They're scheduling. Scheduling. That's their job to answer the phone and schedule the technicians.
So that's actually their job.
Yeah, that's their whole job is to answer the goddamn phone.
It's not like, say, you're in charge of a whole bunch of other stuff, like managing whatever's going on, and there's a person that's supposed to be picking the phone up, and they're not getting to it. No. You know what I mean? Or they're not smart enough to switch line to say, give me one moment. And, and that's all they're doing. I have front desk people that are waiting on customers and taking their money while they're doing that at the front phone.
Right.
I do appreciate that sometimes because it's wear you out.
Well,
people
I'm agreeing with you.
Wear you out.
I'm agreeing with you. What it boils down to is that the whole idea behind customer service and whatever, it's just not there anymore. These people, like I said, it's just amazing. Just how the attitude, like they don't give a shit if the phone never rings. They would be happier because then they can continue on their little conversations about what they're doing this weekend for Valentine's Day or where they're going for their vacation or let me look at pictures of my kid. Look at the latest thing my kid did.
I see it all the time. And I 100% pick my favorite spots to go based on how the person waiting on me treated me when I got there. 100%. There's places the food was fucking phenomenal, but I'll never go back. Because
service is horrible.
I was uncomfortable. You don't want staff to make you feel uncomfortable, like they're doing you a favor to call them over and keep your fucking drink filled or whatever. You know what I mean? They don't give a shit.
The waitress? Yes. For real.
Yeah. Standing at the waitress station having a sandwich.
Eating or chit-chatting on their phones.
It just sucks. It just does.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in there, they're shopping on their computers instead of putting in orders. Just shit like that. And it's just like, dude, I don't care what you do when your work's done. I mean that sincerely. I'm a hands-off management style.
Well, they've been firing a lot of these idiots. I mean, I've seen stories of it, so I don't know how often this really is. But I've seen a lot of stories where idiots get on YouTube or TikTok or whatever while they're at fucking work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're that stupid, because you obviously cannot record what's going on in a private business like that with private individuals behind this, it's 100%. Somebody in the audience tell us what laws that breaks, because I know it's more than one. It's gotta be, that's fucked up, and you're doing it for money, which is another level of the whole, because you're getting paid for your fucking bullshit. I don't care if it's $10 a month.
Well, the nurses one is the one that cracks me up the most. They'll be on duty, dancing around in the hallways and shit, and doing TikToks and shit.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody is allowed a break. I get that. Everybody gets you need a little time to decompress and whatnot. It's a high pressure situation. On the other hand,
the level of lunacy. I mean, there's actually been professionals in the medical profession saying the opposing party, I'm not naming names or nothing, I'm just saying
Right.
this is actually out there. The opposing party, if they were to come in, she would just, and she described different ways that you could off them and not get caught.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's a nurse, and I believe she was doing this from where she worked.
She was, yeah.
And
She got
stunningly lost her job, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And it was never going to be hired by anybody ever again.
And on top of that, then she gets back on there and starts crying about how she was fired for her points of view. Like,
Yeah,
no, you were talking about murder.
You're advocating murder, and you're a professional who's taking a Hippocratic oath to just the other way around.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'll help you unless I don't agree with you.
And it's women. A lot of women are doing it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they talk about brutality of man in war and like that, but our doctors were saving the lives of our enemies in every war we were ever in.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even in the war of northern aggression, both sides helped the other.
Everybody. Oh, don't get me wrong. They the war of northern aggression.
Yeah, well, you know,
Southern frick you. Anyway, they I'm sorry, but there was a ship that let all their they left in the harbor and just let these guys basically croak, like thousands of them died in that boat. So, and I forget which side it was, but either side, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not feeding them; they just let it drift off, and they probably were eating each other before they died. I mean, it's just Fortunately, we don't do that shit anymore. You know, as far as I know.
Have war?
As far as I know, you know, I'm not from
do cruel shit. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
flying with a couple hundred.
We don't do it on. We may do it
in a whole other world,
mass level.
Shitting and pissing on each other for months at a time, and among the other ones that have already died and they're rotten while you're down there. And dude, that's hell. It doesn't get much worse.
With Bill,
it doesn't get much worse than that. That's fucking hell, and it could last a while.
That's the Holocaust.
These ships get rained on, water gets in. You could actually stay hydrated and live way too long, longer than you probably want to.
Deep Thoughts with Bill Romaine.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't be so macabre. Macabre? That Scottish fellow, macabre.
Yeah.
Macabre? Yeah, Bill, you so damn macabre. You dang old macabre motherfucker.
Macabre.
Y'all some macabre motherfuckers up in here, dog.
I knew his brother was a Muslim. He was Abra.
Get Abra?
Abra Macabre.
Abra Macabre.
Yeah. Abra.
Yeah. He's got a neighbor named Abracadabra, probably. They just moved down the street, they did.
So, Dominic, could you tell us how Starfleet Academy wasn't sucky this week?
I didn't think it sucked that much because I actually went out on a mission and they were attacked by several
dude, it had about 1,000 plot holes in it, and it's fucking retarded. You really like that? I liked it at first too. Like I watched it, I thought it was pretty good, and then I thought about it. It's like, wow, it's fucking stupid. Yeah. And these things that were coming up weren't anywhere near the ones that people that actually watch these things and then put the videos out, because they'll actually stop it. See, because this stuff something stupid might cross my mind. I'm thinking, well, that's not possible, but it just passes. You know, and then it just passes, and that's just kind of. And what are the odds that hits me like 75 times? You know, what are the odds of that happening? You know, I mean, it's a universe, but everybody's in the right place at all. Anyway, you know, that pirate is just appearing out of nowhere. That pirate had to wait for the one ship that their one ship took out like that, but they had to wait for that ship to leave the starbase, and then had to attack the starbase with 6 of the ships that took his one ship out in the first volley. So, and the one thing that makes it even sillier is this starbase. First of all, starbases were badass. They could defend themselves against fleets of enemies. By the way, they were armored like to the teeth. The only problem, they can't maneuver around. So when their shields start to weaken, it's just an eventuality if they stay far enough away. So anyway, unless you get some help, like from starships that apparently blow up in the first volley, and they were defending their secret. This it wasn't just any star base. It's where they conducted their secret experiments on weapons. That's why these pirates wanted to get in there. So it's like, well, how good can these fucking weapons be? 6 ships. The guy, even said 18 minutes, everybody was dead. Hundreds of Starfleet officers. But they didn't blow the place up because they went in and got with the. So that means they killed them one at a time in 18 minutes. What in the fuck? No, it's so many plot holes. It's just insane. It's just crazy.
I'd certainly agree with
why
that,
would you do that? Why this elaborate ruse? And just to taunt the captain of the fucking. And by the way, how come in no episode does any experienced Starfleet officer who's so experienced that they're helming the ship of the future of Starfleet? So you know what they are? They're the 1% of the 1%ers, apparently. I mean, that's what you would want on the ship, protecting, because this ship is basically the university flying through space, and they'd never do an effing thing. They're there. You see, they don't even talk. Like, you see them, but they do nothing. These people who are like supposed to be 17 years old know how to do everything, and they just entered Starfleet Academy. And you know what I mean? The whole thing is just ridiculous. Oh, God.
Yeah, they do, as a matter of fact, Josh, because Art sends out Christmas cards every year.
Yep.
The problem is,
I got one from Brian, Wayne Point, New England.
Yes, he did too. Yeah, that's right. I got one from him as well.
Did you like the 6 or 7 minute intro of the episode, Dom?
Yeah.
The intro is a sex scene.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
See a little bit
Yeah,
more.
they're fucking naked. Yeah, it's a sex scene. They actually came around and they gave a nice side boob shot. What little she has, side boob shot of that chick, and this thing went on forever. And a lot of it was A lot of it was they were just staring in each other's eyes. I mean, it was such a woman's romance novel, and it went on for like
it was very much Mills and
it's like a third of
right?
the first half of the show, and it's such a small part of the whole storyline. Okay, they got together, so now there's some kind of linkage between them, and that's what builds into the rest of the story. But it is just ridiculous. The premise, the fact that they somehow knew that when this happened, that Starfleet would reach out to this pirate who's been killing Starfleet officers.
Yeah.
I mean, what? They reached out to him?
Yep.
Bill, I'm starting to suspect you don't like this show.
And he double-crossed them? What a fucking concept. It's so banal and
if I didn't know any better.
Ridiculous. And every male lead that actually shows any kind of testosterone is immediately fucking killed. Who died in this episode? Right? Yeah. I like that one guy. He was in charge of the thing. He was older than them. He was in charge of them. He was there to help, to defend. He stays behind and dies.
He looked very manly.
Actually, literally gets eaten.
Yeah.
And he knew this was going to happen, but he did this to save all the fucking students.
There was a battle.
He's gone. That's what you get for being a testosterone-laden kind of male, because that's all you got. Because the fucking Klingon ran away with his dress on. I mean, it's no respect for anybody that's ever loved this series.
I'm telling you, Bill, I'm really starting to think you don't like this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of got that idea too.
Should have brought it up because I was embarrassed. I liked the episode for about a minute or two before it started to sink in. I mean, I liked it because there was some action shit. At least shit happened.
That's what Dom was action.
Right, and the storyline moved around pretty good. But the beginning, I thought, this is unnecessary. I bet you if you put all of William Shatner's love scenes together in the original series, that was longer. If you put them all together.
From my point of view, she wore shoes, so that was a big plus. She had shoes on.
They count your blessings, Bill.
She had shoes on during the lovemaking. I had no idea. I stand corrected.
No, not her. I'm talking about
the captain,
or
the admiral, or whatever the hell she is.
What about she did. She did. It's like she was listening to us. I was so tired of that. We didn't want to see her. And she wore jewelry on the top of her feet. So don't tell me you weren't like trying to draw attention, because it wasn't like you were just wearing it and walking around. She was putting it up on chairs. She was putting it like right at the camera. Look at that line. Just Google her feet, and you will see shot after angle after shot, and you will have memorized the feet of a 69-year-old actress.
You need to come to grips with your foot fetish, Bill.
Yeah.
It was just strange. It just
I didn't want to see the guy topless. That was the bad part of it.
I mean, I guess because I mean they're not showing cleavage in this, so that's what you get. Is
yeah, that's a very
She
disappointing.
doesn't have any, Bill.
We need more cleavage.
shit.
Oh well.
No, well, they did have a love scene that lasted like longer than I would be interested in. You know, the actual act. I mean, the actual act, shouldn't last 9 minutes. I mean, especially when most of it is they're staring deeply into each other's eyes. It was deeply annoying after a point. We get the point. You're linked together. The thing on her side keeps her from somehow feeling too much, and it'll hurt people. Okay, got it. Just repeat that storyline and take 9 minutes doing it, because they're naked and they're youngsters, and that's what this is all about. It's about feelings and emotions and the storyline and the alleged vapid characters that are in it. And it forgets all about the actual series and the science and the things that people are actually. I mean, they want their Star Trek to. We all know that that's not the technology that we can do today. That's not the point. But it's got to be something that actually makes some kind of fucking sense, or at least make something up. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? It just can't be impossible. And there's a lot of shit that goes on that is just silly and it's just solely written to be because it was plotline. It needed to happen, so it just happened. No explanation for it. It shouldn't ever be. It's the fucking universe, and these people just happen to be. Oh, I happen to be here. It's just stupid, really. And so, what about the 70,000 other races that are out there? You know what I mean? It's just silly. It is just.
How silly was it?
No, dude, it's annoying. It really is. And I'm sorry to say so. At least she shut up. She let that fucking guy go on and on and on, and she handled the Holly Hunter, and she just handled him right. Done just by that was her way of handling him, was staring at him and making knowing faces. That's all she did. Well, he said inane 20th century verbiage shit at her. Babe, he called her.
Babe? He called her babe?
He called her babe. Dude, I'm telling you, it is.
That's kind of funny. I go lie, okay.
He's funny.
I got to go along with that.
He's a good actor,
Yeah, but he called her babe.
Oh yeah.
Yeesh. That's kind of. The Klingons never called Kirk babe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, he's also Tellarite, which also doesn't make any sense, because the Tellarites actually enjoyed insulting people and arguing with people. Yeah. But they were trustworthy. So where'd this? Oh God, he's just not hurt or anything during this exchange. He's not there. He's not a hologram. He's being projected there. He says he's got 5 capital ships a light year away. You know what a light year away is in Star Trek?
Nothing.
It's probably how much time it takes to slow the fuck down. You know what I mean? Because warp speed is multiples of light speed.
Yeah.
But, it's nothing. They could get there in like a minute. So where the fuck are they? They never came. They let that one ship, which, by the way, in the second episode, the Athena took the exact same type of ship out, like it was breaking sticks. Like the Athena, hit it with all its shit, and it blew it the fuck up. But the guy knew that was going to happen, and he sacrificed, and that's how they are. Blah blah blah. And then in this episode, they fucking fired on it and it just takes off like nothing happened. So what the fuck? It just, and why'd you take off anyway if you could actually just kill them? He actually, and then he spends the time to send her a message telling her how much he hates her. It's just so. And that's what made me better. You're my best teacher. I mean, this is the kind of thing that it's just. That's ick. That's come on. You're taking a what could be like a Harry Mudd, funny, evil character that really didn't want anybody to die. I mean, that's the difference here. This guy likes when Starfleet gets apparently eaten, turning them over to a race of people that will eat them. Yeah, it's a little dark. Makes me hungry though. What's going on with Brian?
I don't know.
Well, I hear darn Brian, that's scary. Hope all is well. What's Brenda talking about?
I don't know. I know he's having problems with his dog or something.
Something jumped into a snowbank. Okay. Well, whatever it is, I'm sorry that happened. Let's see. That's something not to miss.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
His dog jumped in the snowbank
and got stuck.
Yeah.
Well, the sad thing is, I tune in and watch it every week anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I tune in, watch it, just hoping that the next
It's
week.
better. Yeah, and you're right. That one was way more watchable than the other ones, you know, because it was
Yeah,
a lot of scene shifting, a lot going on. Probably too much going on. Actually, it was
a bit of action, and that
yeah,
was what I wanted
but
to
too
see.
many plot lines at
They're
once.
blowing ships up.
That for an hour episode, that's what some of the. I don't know if that's true or not, but I read that, you know. But again, it just seems it's just the writing's ham-handed. They said that the plot, and guys that actually hate the show said the plot actually had possibility of being a really good show. It's just, and then they go they list all this stuff. It's like there's no care given it all.
Right.
I
have a question though.
The kid that likes Star Trek for Star Trek, not for the characters necessarily that are in it. What?
The question I have is, people were saying that maybe they listen to us, but aren't these shows like recorded way in advance? Like they wrapped up recording 6 months ago, probably for the whole season. They burned the whole season in 3 months or something.
No, I think they misunderstand their audience. That's all.
No, I know, but people say maybe they're listening to us. I didn't say you.
Oh yeah.
People will say stuff like that. Oh, maybe they changed that because we complained. It's like, no, the whole season's already in the can.
Right.
But
you know what I mean?
they may have rewrote that scene because of some of the earlier input and the people that were watching it originally.
Yeah,
but
that's possible.
I don't think they did that. They actually, it's already it's been contracted for 2 seasons. That's 20 episodes.
They're probably working on season 2 right now.
It may even be done.
No, it's done already.
Yeah, that's
right.
I was going to say that. I thought I saw that somewhere, that all 20 episodes are already shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if they change stuff, we would know, because that would be highly reported. With a show this derisive,
people
would be talking about it.
He played on his reputation because he'd been producing all of Paramount, Star Trek, all that stuff, and he did okay in Strange New Worlds. That wasn't like universally hated. A lot of people did. I mean, don't get me wrong, but you're gonna have that. At least it's. I'm just rewatching it now. I kind of like it, to tell you the truth. Occasionally, but for the most part, entertaining, well acted. Every character in it is perfect for the role they wrote for them. I think.
It doesn't suck.
The captain, what's his face? He does a great job at that. I mean, he's a great captain. I think he plays the character well. I think he shouldn't cross his knees up so high.
Munson.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck his name is, I don't care. I don't love him that much.
Voyager?
Anson Mount.
Yeah.
No, I like his character. I like Una. I like them all. Actually, to tell you the truth. I was surprised when they killed off that blind Andorian engineer. Yeah. I like that character.
How was he blind?
That race has no sight.
Oh, so he's not blind.
He is. I mean, because you can tell, because Andorians there's also sighted Andorians. They're a genetic offshoot of them that apparently never came out of the ice age, basically, because they have most of the planets under ice, and they live below. Mm-hmm. There was no light. I don't know. They're somehow genetically modified, and their other senses are so magnified.
Right.
They live well without it.
They don't have eyes.
No eyes. There's actually sullen Yeah, there's no eyes. You know, you could tell there's like a prehensile eye socket there or something. You know, but you're right. No, I mean you're right. They're not really blind. They are what they are. And he was good. He was he was just he was kind of a dick, and he was really good at what he did. And he actually, and what I think was was right in character is he sacrificed his life to save the ship.
Yeah,
that's the even though he was kind of a dick to people, he was never wrong, and he just had that feel about him. This alien, the only one of his kind on the ship, would willingly die, knowing what he did was gonna, and that's how he died. That's how they got him off the show. He saved the whole ship in his action.
Was he singing Prince songs on the way out? I would die for you. Yeah. Darling, if you want me to, you. I would die for you. No?
No.
Yeah, I guess I don't think so.
You wasn't singing Prince songs on the way out?
No. Although it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting.
Might have made it better.
A white-haired, light blue skin alien doing that shit would be interesting. You know, this to say the least of all.
Yeah. Oh, well. Wendy and Lisa hanging on his hip.
Dominic, what time is it where you're at?
It is 1:20 in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon. All right, so you're actually out of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It's the 15th already.
Yeah, it's over.
We're still technically in Valentine's Day, so it's all up to us right now to give somebody a Valentine.
It's gone.
It's a dumb holiday. It's a dumb holiday. You shouldn't have picked a day where you make everybody, remind you that you love them. And if you don't, or you forget, I mean, it's just a trap. You should act like that all the time.
It's a trap.
All that is a market. It's a marketing scheme.
Yep.
It's
a trap.
Yeah.
The women started it too, just because.
It was St. Valentine's, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but all he did was massacre a bunch of guys.
Nothing stops you from buying some.
Or is that a different one?
That was
buying
in Chicago.
some candies or buying a flower once in a while. Nothing stops you from doing that once in a while. You don't
Sweetest Day is worse.
You don't need the people telling you when to do it. And if you admit that you're a cad, that's forcing you to spend money. That's extortion.
Yeah.
You can play about Valentine's Day. Sweetest Day is the worst one. That Sweetest Day. That's the worst one. That's the one in October. Was it October 21st or something? Where it's basically Valentine's Day in the fall. Because they don't make enough money off you in February, so they had to get one approximately 6 months different in October. Sweetest Day. You never heard of Sweetest Day?
No.
Really? Look it up. It's such a thing.
So they got 2 a year.
Yeah. They kind of bookended. They got one in October and one in February. Yeah.
So it's like this is like their form of alimony while you're still married to them. Yeah, whatever. I honestly, it never crossed my mind that a holiday like Valentine's Day is extortion. Spend money, or your wife will think you don't love her. You know what I mean? That's extortion. Yeah. Or your girlfriend, your mother, if you have neither. There's always somebody expecting you to say Happy Valentine's Day and get them a box of chocolates or something.
Oh, you know what? You know why I know about it and some of you guys don't?
What's that?
Apparently, it's a Midwest thing.
What is?
Okay.
Sweetest Day.
Cletus Day?
Sweetest.
Oh, okay.
You are the sweetest.
No, we have Cletus Day down in the South. Cletus.
Oh, sweetest.
Yeah, wasn't that Daytona? Wasn't that the Daytona 500?
Cletus Day.
Yeah, Cletus McFarland. Yeah. He finally finished the race.
No, Sweetest Day. It's October 17th this year.
October 17th.
Randy, you're Randy out there. You wanted guaranteed 2 days a year.
Well, you gotta butter them up before winter hits.
Then there's your birthday, so there should be at least 3 if there's any kind of active relationship.
Well, yeah, because you got to get buttered up before winter, so you're getting some all winter time. And then after winter's up, almost over in February, that's a new boost because they're getting tired of you by February. So you bring them some candy and shit.
Do you live in a cabin? I mean, why did you have more sex in the wintertime? Was it cold?
No, that's just people are stuck in their houses.
That, I mean, it gets pretty fucking cold up there.
Yeah,
it sure does.
More kids are born in 9 months from winter than any other time, and in this around here.
Even the Northeast is like that. It gets pretty fucking cold in like North Jersey, northern Pennsylvania, New York State. It gets pretty fucking cold. I don't know. It's not the plains like out west. I've got nothing blocking that shit. I don't know. It's cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anytime there's snow on the ground for months of the year, it's pretty cold.
Yeah. I was born in September, so
I was born in September.
Yeah.
Jim, 9 months after Christmas.
Yes, I will. I'm sorry. What?
Taupe and nope don't rhyme.
What? Roses are red, violets are aquamarine. If I won the lottery, I'd live like Charlie Sheen. That is so clever, Jim.
No, the other one was violets are taupe. It's taupe. I get it.
I believe I sent you a link. Did you? You never clicked it, did you? I like that.
Jim.
I like shaming.
Yeah, Jim. You some bitch. You some bitch.
Well, I just said I think I sent him a link. There's no guarantees when I say it like that. Let me take a.
Like last week, you forgot to hit the send button.
Yeah,
I've done that before. I've done that before. Yeah.
No.
That's not new for me. If it ever happens, don't feel upset. It's because I'm just losing my marbles. Yeah, I sent him a link. He sent me a pretty funny picture. Yeah, I'll show you what he sent me.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Upper date night.
It's not dirty or anything. It's pretty funny.
Oh, okay.
Share screen and Jim Barr. Yeah. There. You gotta enable it.
No.
There we go, and it's enabled.
Wow.
World record tuna, 1,496 pounds. Not sure about the fish.
You see that is, right?
Yeah, he sent me that one. I had to laugh at it too.
Oh, he did it with you?
Yeah.
He sent you with me. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he sent a picture of you to me. Yeah.
That's a pretty good AI job, I guess. There. I mean, it's probably that looks like maybe it's not. Maybe that's not even me. I'm looking at the boat. I was going to say it looks like the front of the Lady Stewart, but I don't think it is. Might be. No, I don't think so. So that's not. None of that's me. He just stuck my head on there. Although I don't know. There's a picture that where I'm standing like that, and I'm holding a
smaller fish.
Yeah, like a 30 wasn't. It was a good fish. It was like 36 inches or whatever the fuck. A cobia.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
That was the nicest fish I ever caught on one of those boats. And
Jim says yes, it is the Lady Stewart.
Oh, okay. So I was holding that. Maybe that's when I got the cobia.
That's the one where you're.
The barracuda. Look at all the blood. See all the blood? I was a barracuda.
You're right, Brenda.
They just gaff them. They don't want them around the boats. If we pull them in, they just gaff them, and they become a bait meat, bait fish.
Yeah.
Barracuda. No.
Barracuda. Yeah, I caught a nice sized barracuda over 30-something inches. But you don't usually catch them. Stuff like that, because you're just bottom fishing, But if you let it drop a little slower and let it hang in the mid range a little bit, on its way down, you don't want to play around too much because you end up tangling because you're surrounded by 30 other lines,
Lines, yeah.
So you got to play, it's a balance. You really got to pay attention to the current, what direction it's going, Anyway, so there's something to it, you don't just drop the line in and sit down. I mean, on a perfectly still day with no current, you can do that. Mm-hmm. You can't put it in the fucking holder and just relax.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's not like a stream. You got to keep trying different parts of it and this and that. They park you right over the shelf. If the school happens to be coming over the edge of the shelf, because that's how far they go out. There's like a shelf and it really drops off. Might be 60 feet. and this, they go to where they see schools, and for whatever reason they go that way. The current, the warmth of the water, the time of the day, the food source, whatever it is, these are their favorite spots. So you just basically, sometimes you just do nothing but wait. Sometimes you catch it at the right time, and you're just pulling in actually too many, because you might be pulling in a lot of the small ones, but at least it keeps you busy. But there I am with we're not sure about the fish. That's,
No, I reckon it'd be substituted.
It's a bit hurtful. It is. Actually, I could stop showing that.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, that would be good.
I would think. Yeah. You're right. That was hurtful. Why did I show that? You know what I didn't show? My videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you did. Don't you remember? You showed them already. They were awesome, by the way. We were on the edges of our seats. Wow.
You are just mean.
So they're awesome. What are you talking about? I'm telling you how great they were. They were fucking awesome, man.
You are. Hold on, movies.
They were the shit.
All right, here we go. This is a great shot of me. Oh, it's the wrong video.
We hear it, but we don't see it.
I'm not showing it.
He's not showing it yet. Hey, DJI came out with a new power bank.
I sorted it by the timestamp, and it's not in the right order. That normally works.
Yeah, they came out with a new power bank. It's pretty cool.
It's just.
I ain't buying it though. I already got 4 of these bitches.
The fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I gotta figure out why it's doing that. It's weird.
Yeah, why you doing that? It's weird.
You're weird.
Yeah. What Bill said is right. Bill said it's weird. Shoot.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing wrong with me, dog. Yo. What?
Too funny. That's what I want.
Baby shark.
Baby shark. Baby shark. Grandpa shark.
Has anybody tried to use the Goggles 3 with the RCN2 or RC2? To fly like an Air 2S? I look at DJI through the Chinese website, so I can see what actually is out there. Not just what we can't get and cry about it. And it's just interesting. They show a guy with a Goggles 3 using a RC2 to fly the Air 3S. I didn't know you could mix the RC2 and the Goggles 3. So I just found that interesting. I know, a little drone stuff injected in there.
That's awesome.
Very little drone stuff, but why not? Ooh.
What's that?
Nothing. I'm reading the Chinese website, and they're talking about a bunch of shit that I didn't know.
Oh, they're talking about a bunch of shit.
Well, this stuff that they're talking about, it doesn't matter. You know what they call the motion controller in China?
No.
The DJI Cross Joystick 3.
Okay.
Cross Joystick 3.
Joystick, yeah.
Yeah, Cross Joystick.
Oh, it is a joystick, right? I don't know.
And they call it the Cross Joy for short.
Okay, good.
Cross Joy. That's interesting. The Cross Joy. Cross Joy 3. I thought that was kind of funny.
God, this is like the worst video. You don't want to see this bullshit.
Yeah, let's say it.
I mean, I sit in my driveway talking about it before I leave. Then I show you the bike as I'm riding it.
Well, go ahead and show it.
Let us decide.
It's boring shit.
Or not.
Let us be the judge of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have a hard time putting it in order because for some reason I'm having a hard time putting it in order. It's weird.
Order up.
Wait a minute. Let me do it like this.
This mini. Well, while you're waiting, the Power 1000 Mini is pretty cool. It has a retractable USB-C. It has a cord that you can hook it up to your car battery now. Instead, I had to buy a $300 piece to do that. And now it's built in, and you just have to hook a cord up to your battery. And then it has a 90 plug. I can't think of the lettering right now. A D90, I think it is, plug. And you just plug it in, and it'll automatically charge from your car. And when you turn your car off, it'll automatically charge your car battery back.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, mine does that now, but I had to have a module. It was like a $300 module I had to buy for that. So now it's just a cord.
I was still waiting for Donald.
Yeah, Donald. And it's half the size of the Power 1000 too. It's about the size of the Power 500, the new Power 1000. It's a lot smaller. So it was like, how exciting! Hey, man, this stuff's kind of interesting to me. I think it's cool. Huh.
This is such a pain in the ass because it's so many different videos, and for you to hear it, I have to open it up in a Windows tab. You know what I mean? In this, so like one at a time, I got to drop them.
You got to sharing.
We got to drop the link in. Yeah, look at that. Look at the guy. That's Grandpa. Grandpa Bill.
Hey, guns out, guns out. Welcome to the gun show, motherfucker.
No, it looks like old man central.
You owe me $20.
I should never do videos of myself because it shows how old I actually look. Okay, let's play this gripping piece of horseshit. Hey guys, just thought I'd can you hear it? Jump on the scooty.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't see it because I'm sitting on it. And I'm just going to go for a quick little ride down the end of the street. Well, not the end of this street, the end of that street. Down by US 1 where there's one of a couple of drainage ponds that they put in. Spent millions of dollars after the last floods that we had to make sure it never happens again. And they've done a good job. You know, we haven't had floods, you know. But everything kind of drains down to US 1, or just before US 1, maybe a block before, into these drainage ponds. Now, over time, these drainage ponds have become kind of nice. You know, it's growing in around them. Apparently, there's fish in them. I see people fishing there. And they put a little walkway around it, little seat. So something that started out utilitarian to keep us from flooding has become like kind of a little park. And I've never gone down there. So I'm going to jump on a scoot, take a ride down, and put up my Mini 2. I mean, it's not that bad, is it?
No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It looks like a big beginning of a video. I mean, I cut off the top of my head because I was sitting on the scooter and I didn't want to readjust it's my phone, you know, and I've got that double arm set up, and I could loosen the top one and point it up. I don't want to F with it because it's right where I want it, and I didn't really care, but it is a terrible shot. But anyway, let's see if I can just do this. Well, let's get started. Can you see this? Can you see my garage?
Yep. You see it.
Okay, so I just dragged the next link over into the same tab. And I guess this works. It's like overwrote it and I hit enter. Are you kidding? See that speaker?
Yeah.
This thing starts first time every time until I film. I had to key it up the second time. Amazing. It's always Honda.
My wife
This
put the
car
car behind me.
set up like
I got to go around it. Actually, I think I can flip it.
yeah, I could skip a bunch of this shit. There we go.
Scratch my car or the truck. Good job, Bill. Come here.
That's a 30-watt Bluetooth speaker I got put on the dashboard. It's just sitting there. It's not really attached to anything. I mean, I have a couple of clamps, but
I know those things have reverse.
I have like little clamps that are attached to the edge of the lip of the dashboard, which extends the shelf. You know what I mean? So because of the screen, the angle of it, there's a little rattle in it. Piling up. I just snug it in and go. Sometimes you only hear it during low speed rev ups. My neighbor. Oh, that's another thing. I don't still have that. I have it on a little channel amp. So it uses the other lens. It uses, it's only got the two lenses. And where that sits is looking through the bracket that's holding it. You see the black to the left and the black to the right. It's the spring parts of the spring load component. This is how close it is. In there, 2009. Never got down.
I'd imagine the audio's terrible right now, wind and everything.
Yeah, it's surprising. I didn't hear any
We'll
wind.
have to edit that out.
I mean, I guess that was what I was hoping for. Where it sits in the windshield, whether behind the windshield, whether it would be
Right.
you hear it a little bumping in here. Not when I was under the tree.
Well, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna pull off the side of the road.
Not particularly legal.
Well, it's pretty illegal to drive this on the sidewalk, but here we go. And I'm here.
This started out as a drainage ditch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A drainage project. So it's nice to make a little something out of it. And look how close it is to my house. I pass it every day on the way home. They actually named it after whoever this jabroni was. I don't think he donated any money. I think he was just behind the
Russell King.
Good old Russell
Let me see.
King.
Rhett Russell Keene, P.E.
Rhett
L.E.
Butler.
The Eastern Watershed Project.
I don't give a damn, Scarlett.
Okay,
Damn it, Scarlett. I don't give a
that's
damn.
interesting. Let's see what they did. Let's just beware of alligator. Of course, we got to have that
Hey.
sign
Thank you,
everywhere.
my dear. I don't give a damn.
Here's some
Frankly, my
information.
dear, I don't give a damn. That's it.
Yeah.
Kane Slough
He doesn't use her name, does he? He doesn't say, frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn.
Stormwater Park Phase 2. Yeah, it's neat. So this is right down the end of my street. Got a nice
Wow.
little bench I could sit on.
I know some bitches.
Yeah, it's kind of a park now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no
Yeah.
privacy. Look at it. How
Pretty
busy,
neat.
how busy those
Now,
streets
let's
are.
put up the drone.
Okay, so what's next? I know this is boring shit.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
That's right.
Mhm.
It's no better or worse than what we normally do, I'll be honest with you. So it's
You know,
fine. I would say it's on par.
that's a bit cruel, but all right, I'll take it.
No, I think it's fine. I don't know how else to say it.
It's about
fine.
drones this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking about at least you're
Oh, there we go. We got a drone.
First time I did. Good thing I decided to check to see if it was updated. It was actually the first time I used this phone for this. So it wasn't set up to this, and I had to put in my password and all this other horse shit and set it up. And actually, at this point, it's still set in kilometers, which I don't like. Metric.
Crap.
But it was, I have that second phone that still works. I could have just used that, but whatever. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we haven't flown in a while. It was like I had I don't say relearn, but I wasn't as comfortable as I was when I used to fly once in a while. You know what I mean? You push the wrong direction the first time you do. You know, I'm just saying. If it's
I know exactly what you mean.
The last time I flew strong was about a year ago, and there I am, fatso on the bench.
Ooh,
Quality held me up with the scooter in the background, kind of a cool shot like that. I love that thing. That's fun, man. It really is. Hauls my fat ass around.
You look just like Peter Griffin. Yeah.
Hey, Jason. The camera was just my phone. That's all that was. My S25 Edge.
Hmm.
So this is what do you call Mini 2? You know, so
Yeah.
it's not like it's terrible. 5 years. I was 5 years old last December when I bought this thing. Came out the November before. I was an early adopter.
Oh, you trendsetter.
The resident expert on Mini 2s. That was my
trendsetter.
we had the bigger ones. But
What the
anyway, I tell you, it still does. There's a point when I'm crossing this water, and I decided to do it fairly close, like 5-6 feet. It drifts down towards the water. Like the sensors, for some reason, the reflection from you can't go too close because if it starts using them certain times, I don't know, just the way it's reflected, it just starts drifting down. Like, and if you're not paying attention, it's going to dunk right in the water.
Bloop.
Bloop.
You got to find that happy medium, which I didn't. I just went a bunch higher and stayed there. It's like, okay, because you like to get little zoomy shots and stuff, but I mean, it's not like there's waves you have to worry about in this water, But but wanting to land in it was kind of detrimental. But I'm not even sure if I did that. Look, the guy looks just like me sitting on a bench in the park.
Yeah.
Wow. It's your doppelganger.
They built this park just for me, apparently.
That was nice of them. They probably do have a park for every individual person in Florida. They got the goddamn parks like that.
I tell you what, it's pretty clean, and I do see people using this, depending on the day, depending on the temperature, fishing. Just lined up along the bank fishing, and it's not dirty. There's no trash laying around, so that's pretty cool.
Unusual.
That's cool. Catch some tilapia, some Oscars.
And it's funny. You said, "Do you ever see alligator?" And I said, just on the off chance, there might be some movement on the surface of the water. And that's why I wanted to fly close. And you see, that's what I started doing here. And I started heading toward these trees. And
you see some teeth coming right at you.
And it just started sinking. I wasn't doing what you just saw. That's nerve-wracking.
Oh, you got bird there.
I was holding the stick steady, and that's what it did.
You didn't see the loon over there on the right.
Even from that height, it was doing it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Hey, they were ahead of their time for a minute or two, and they're still competent drones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got some horizon tilt sometimes when it gets up there, but it's going to happen. It's a small light drone. I actually have a snap-on windshield that you put around, that you clip on around the camera, and that helps deflect the wind. Apparently, seemed like it worked actually. Now that I say it. I know this is terrible. This is, cut this stuff out. Maybe get a couple of shots on it. Move on, right? So,
no, it's very typical Florida. Yeah. That's the only downside with Florida. The whole state looks like that down the whole coast.
I don't know that's necessarily a down. We like it.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's negative. I'm just saying it's the case.
You see those buildings off in the distance just now? I mean, that's water. I mean, that's the intercoastal.
Oh yeah,
that's what.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I've lost it. Say nice, Dom, for me, real quick.
There it is. See where those buildings are. They're along the coast of the intercoastal waterway, and they're on the other side of the water. By the way, just to be clear, the taller buildings are on the Atlantic side.
Okay. Right.
Because, of course, just beyond that, it's just a strip of land. Hutchinson Island. It's the Atlantic Ocean on the other side.
Oh, there's another pond over there. Yeah,
Yeah, catty corner. Hey, you know, it's worked. We've had some serious rainy episodes, and the roads were way better.
Are you
There's always
flying?
going to be low spots that suffer a little, but it was definitely worth it. You know, and there's fish in there. Some places
Yeah.
it's connected. If you can see it should be. Yeah, it's connected to the canal system. See,
Yep.
these canals were always here. There's more on the other side. But anyway.
Oh,
a trailer park. That's awesome.
Trailer park.
No way.
RV
Florida?
park.
For sailor rent.
Yeah, it's Florida.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Florida's a cool state.
Florida's Florida. You know, there's definitely worse places, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Name one. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, I used to miss the New York area, but I would never live in New York again.
Yeah, I would have a tough time. I lived in DC for a year and a half, and I'd never go back. There's no way. It's too expensive. It's too much bullshit.
Too much. But even if I was a billionaire and I could live in a penthouse in the city and do nothing but enjoy all of its accoutrement, I still wouldn't want to be there.
Nope.
You know,
Yeah.
There's
Maybe
places.
one thing you get in New York that you can't get anywhere else, and I'll answer that question.
Of course, nothing.
Nothing. So
Wall Street and some of the museums and stuff. You know what? All major cities have the same shit, and you can move Wall Street, by the way.
Or you can visit, or you can just visit for a couple of days. You'll go to the museum, cool. I'm a billionaire. I'll fly in, land on the roof, go check out the fucking museum, and then get back in my helicopter.
All right, Josh, you have good.
Detroit.
Got off too.
All cities have competing museums to what they have in New York. You know, I mean, New York's maybe more famous because 8 million fucking people live there, but down to 7, by the way. It's funny, isn't it?
You know what's got a really good museum is Germany, and Nuremberg is a really good museum, and yeah. So
I mean, we used to like to go. We used to go on class trips to the Museum of Modern Art, and we used to go to a Museum of Natural History, which I thought was cool because it had this, had the dinosaur bones all built up, and kid like stuff like that on Hayden's Planetarium, which was a
good old planetarium. Wow, we did that while I was in school.
Okay, that's enough of this horse. I was just trying to get a good shot for a fucking selfie picture.
Check it out. Which is your best angle?
There it is. Attention. Okay. Did I show this one?
I'm wearing my 5th annual T-shirt here tonight. So.
Oh my God, you guys!
Yeah, a nice little bench.
Look, a bench.
It's not exactly a park, but
the bush.
There's the scoot.
Yeah.
On a sidewalk, which is probably not a good idea, but I won't be here long.
Oh, I thought this was the one where I left.
Heading on the highway. Adventure.
It's a shorty. Okay, there you go.
That was a fun little flight. I've been meaning to come down here. It's only been here since 2019, according to that sign. So you saw what a short drive it is.
We'll walk there.
Between me and US. That's not even US 1. That's Leonard. You're still a block away. But anyway, hope I get something decent out of this video. And thanks for watching.
I don't even know what I meant by that. I honestly have no fucking idea what I meant by that.
You're hoping to get laid, right? You're going to show that to a bunch of girls.
I get something out of this video. What does that even mean?
No,
all that was off the cuff. I mean, by the way, just to be clear, even that intro, which I didn't think that was that bad, the way I explained what I was going to do, I totally off the cuff. I had no idea.
No script.
First take.
Teleprompter. No teleprompter. Nothing.
You're shocked.
When I was doing my daily vlogs, I never used a script.
Yeah, but some of us are better at it, though.
Do what?
Well, some of us are better at it, though. It's almost like
like Bill, man. He's pretty good at it.
I don't know.
No,
I'm sure maybe
No.
maybe you can all do it. I don't know. You know, like
no, yeah, I think you did fine, man.
I just
You
saying
did
I
good.
thought for last second, because I didn't know I was going to do this. Just last second, jump on there. Hey, let's make a video. Okay, let's start recording this and make an opening. Okay, I mean literally none of the words that I said were thought of before I started the recording. They just flowed like diarrhea.
Yeah, smooth.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
one's ever
I do
doubted that you
that
have
a
a
lot.
problem talking,
First take.
Bill.
Huh?
No one's ever thought. No one's ever accused of having a problem talking, Bill. No one's ever considered.
I
that.
usually take a few takes on stuff like that.
Yeah.
You stumble over some words, you pip, screw it and start over. I mean, I know you can edit it out, but
Yeah.
you start looking like Joe Biden.
Man,
You know, the max headroom yourself.
Man, you know, don't go to Cabela's on Saturday.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
What's that?
And try to look at a gun. Freaking insane. I loaded my drone up, and then I'm like, well, let me swing by Cabela's while I'm out. I'm just gonna bounce in real quick, buy this damn gun, and leave. Freaking 2 hours later, waiting in line to get to a clerk, and then they turned out they didn't have it.
Oh.
You know, there's certain times of the year the gun sales increase, and Valentine's Day is apparently one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that buy guns for their wives or
Buy
wives for their husbands.
Both from their wives and girlfriends, you know.
Yeah.
No, there was a bunch of couples in there. There was a black couple in there.
In Michigan?
Oh my God! It was kind of funny because the poor girl, I can't believe she has a CPL, and she was gonna buy. She was on and on how she's gonna buy this gun, and so he picks it out. So the clerk comes up and shows her the gun. They do all the paperwork to the very end, and then she goes, "Oh yeah, and by the way, my boyfriend's gonna pay for it as a gift." Now I don't know about every other state, but in Michigan you can't do that. You can't do that.
No,
you can't have a different person pay for it.
Yeah, that's called a straw purchase.
Well, yeah, straw purchaser. Yeah. You're just gonna give it to him.
They went through all that.
They're idiots. All he had to do was give her the money before they went in.
Yeah. Or even if it's Cabela's, you could just buy her a gift card.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, but now that they told that, now the clerk can't do nothing for him.
I don't think there's a problem with taking cash on a gun purchase. They're doing a background check.
No, but they did the background check on the person that was not paying for it.
Everything, and then he goes to pay for it.
Right. You go there, you get
your
your 3 days
for his wallet, and the clerk's like, "Whoa!" You know, if she's buying the gun, this is her gun. She has to pay for it.
I bought Judy's pistol because she wasn't able to get out and get it. And she says,
you didn't bring her to the store with you though, right?
No.
Yeah.
And I also didn't tell him. I mentioned, well, I might end up giving this to her and taking her pistol. And says, "Oh, are you buying this for somebody else?" I said, No, I'm buying it for me. She said, "That's what I was hoping you'd say."
Yeah, man.
Of course.
Yeah. Because as soon as you say you're buying it for somebody else, even as a gift, it's against federal law. It's part of the federal.
And so depending on the clerk you had at that moment,
that's true.
That first statement could have ended your transaction right there.
Yeah.
You know, she wouldn't even ask.
It's all recorded.
You're done.
It's all recorded. They get in trouble.
Yeah, things have really tightened up over the years because I remember I bought, it was a revolver. I forget what fucking it was. Might have been, it was a 6-inch 22. It had a 6-inch barrel, a 22 revolver, 10 shot. Cheap gun. It's like $100. But I figured it'd be fun for plinking. I lived in the country at the time, backyard and surrounded by my mother-in-law's and father-in-law's farm. You know what I mean? Like nobody cared.
Right.
So nobody cared. You know, and behind me the field rose up. You know, you just firing into the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a complete idiot. And I'm not. But it was really, she bought it for me. The guy was right there. They didn't care back then.
No.
Didn't care. We went there. You know his response? It was funny. This again, things change. He looked at it. He goes, "You can't. You have a hard time killing somebody with that." Is that the purpose that you're showing me the gun for? Is to go kill somebody? Is that what you're saying? It's perfectly fine for defending yourself. Anybody who receives several holes in their body is a lot less likely to keep attacking you. They just are. Certainly puts odds more in your favor.
General, yeah.
And, I mean, more people die from 22s in this country than any other caliber.
Hey, Bob.
That's sheer numbers, of course.
No, rifle's a different thing, but technically you can't walk into a gun store and say you're buying a gun for someone else.
No.
This wasn't a rifle. This was just a revolver.
But
you're reading something. Yeah.
He said rifle. Now, rifle's a slightly different thing because you don't have to have a purchase permit to buy a rifle.
The rules probably existed then too, but the guy behind the counter obviously didn't give a shit, and because I just openly talked about,
You can do background checks back then, did they?
Did I have 3 days? I think I had 3. Did I have 3 days?
You might have 3 days wait, but then you do background check. It's two different things.
Well, that's the reason for the 3 day.
No, the 3 days is a cool off period.
No,
you can't stop and do a gun store, buy a gun, and go home and kill somebody.
A car. It's not a cool off period. The 3 day is their chance to see if you have any warrants.
Is it? Because I always understood it as
cool off period.
You can't just stop into the store, buy a gun, and go home and kill somebody.
What you just described is consumer protection. There's certain things that you can purchase that you have 3 days to write a rescission. You can turn it back in and get your money back. That's what that's called. That's what that is.
No, I could have sworn
that they can't just give it to you because they got to make sure you are who you say you are, whether your ID is right or not. Just because you showed some fucking ID, that could have been fake.
There are some states like we don't have it here, but there are some states that have what they call a cool off period for them, in case it's let them rethink the idea of getting it because they don't want you getting it and then going home committing suicide or killing somebody. Exactly. And that's the reason for that. Some states have it, some states don't. It's sort of like part of the red flag laws.
Yeah.
What you're talking about, there are certain consumer products that you buy and you have a 3 day option to get out of it.
It's called cooling off period. It's what we used to call them when we sold cars.
Right, yeah.
I used to sell cars a long time ago.
Right, yeah.
It's literally right here. The primary purpose of gun waiting periods is to act as a cooling off period, preventing impulsive acts of violence and firearm suicides by creating a buffer between the purchase and the possession of a weapon. These laws, which typically last a few days, also allow law enforcement additional time to conduct thorough background checks and investigate potential.
Which is what Bill said, yeah.
So what Bill said, so it's both.
It's actually both, yeah.
Here's the thing. I think one of the advantages of keeping your right to carry, I think I remember this, is I don't have to wait. I can walk in, buy a gun, and walk out.
Yeah, that's one of the
reasons to have it is because even what they're saying is the first time you buy it could take 2 weeks. They actually do a 10 days, whatever, 10 business days. They actually do a background check on you. Then after that, once you've purchased a gun, they have records of you purchasing guns. You still get the 3 days. But if you had I'm pretty sure that one of the advantages of right to keeping the document, because people say why you have it. Well, there's a couple of advantages. There's that, and
carrying in your car loaded. That's why I got mine.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. It's the only because we're an open carry state. The only reason why I have my CPL is so I can carry in my car loaded.
Oh, see, in Oklahoma, we can do that anyways.
Right, Michigan, you can't let CPL.
Yeah, we have constitutional carry here,
right?
And I haven't had to wait. Even before I got my handgun license, I didn't have to wait. I got the gun that day, but
you use your military card for that.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably what I figured that they checked on me. I would already be in the system.
My father's the same way. He can walk in and buy a gun.
Well, there is no federal waiting period.
Yeah.
There never has been. Some states have a waiting period.
States.
Okay.
Yeah, like California. California has a waiting period.
Yeah.
They used to anyway. I don't know if they still do. But they called it a cooling off period. So you can just buy a gun, go home and kill somebody.
Yeah,
That
but
was any gun though. That was a rifle. That was anything.
yeah, but there's still provisions that if you've never been a registered gun owner before, that they do a background check on your.
They got to do a background check
first
on
Not
you.
to buy a rifle.
Yeah.
To buy a rifle.
Well, no, I didn't say it, but long guns are different. No, it's a different
There's
law.
still a waiting period.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Waiting period on rifles?
Yeah,
Okay.
any gun. Period.
Well,
It
okay.
used to be in California.
You just said it's state by state. Well, it could be different.
bought.
You might not have a waiting period on long guns, and you have a waiting period on pistols.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, that's possible.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, in Oklahoma, we don't have a waiting period on either one. Huh?
They hate handguns.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I know, but the whole idea behind the cooling off period was to keep people from buying guns and going home and killing people. It had nothing to do with what kind of gun. You know what I'm saying?
And it goes back to the Reagan shooting, because maybe when he bought that gun, maybe if he'd have waited a few days before he got it, he'd have thought this through better,
Right.
He
bought the gun that morning or something, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's why they call it the Baker Law or something like that.
Yeah, John Hinckley. Yeah.
Yeah, they said
he's now out of prison, so
yeah. Florida has a 3-day waiting period.
There you go.
Yeah.
They call it the Baker Brady Law or something. I forget.
All firearm, excluding weekends and legal holidays. So it could be longer. This applies to all firearm purchases, both handguns and long guns, from a licensed dealer. The 3-day period or time it takes for the Florida Department to complete a current. Oh, it does say background check. So they're gonna at least do that one time. You imagine, because they're it's applicability applies to both types of firearms, long guns and handguns. The 3-day period, or the time it takes for the Florida Department of Law Enforcement (FDLE) to complete the required criminal background check, which occurs later, must pass. Now that's weird. Like you get the gun in 3 days and then you fail it 2 days after that. What they're going to do? Come after you for the and get the.
You can leave with a gun and they're still doing the background check.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's great. The way it's written, there's AI producing all these different things. But don't. It just said for some reason, 3-day period or the time. Or the time.
Yeah, because we have instant background check here.
Yeah. So
I get my gun within an hour.
Makes sense. If there's a
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
That's accepted. You're such a dick. That's accepted. Happy Valentine's Day. You big lolly. You big red fart. You.
Hey, we woke up Mark though. That was good.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that's got to be accepted by the state too. Whatever they accept, because there's different levels of background checks. Yeah, I mean they call it, there's cost differences in different levels about how far back and how far into the family will go. Because stuff will turn up about you that they wouldn't have found out about if they didn't find out something through somebody you associate with. I'm sorry. What are you saying there? You sound like you're underwater, and I see your freckle. What's going on?
I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
Well, good night, Mark.
Well, Mark,
2 hours.
Thanks for visiting.
Yeah,
it's got to be like
I think I'm gonna
various other
day too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tuck Mark in, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah, get a little sleepy there. So you guys have a great evening. Don't forget the Lloyd Show Monday night. See you guys then.
Oh, he has a show?
Take care.
I do, yeah.
Everybody.
What do they call it? The gummy blogger?
Yeah, the gummy blogger.
I've had that one in the chamber forever.
Yeah,
I just waiting for the moment to deliver it.
Is that actually the first time that was presented? The gummy blogger.
That's the first time I've heard it. Yeah.
Okay, congratulations, Lon.
Why? Thank you.
Lon does it again.
Again.
Like that's not what she said. But not you.
The gummy blogger.
The gummy
blogger. Anybody in the audience that doesn't understand, Lloyd has had all his teeth.
GGB.
He's had all his teeth.
Yeah, for those that don't understand.
Yeah,
I got bottom teeth.
Your uppers are gone right now, right?
Yeah, all my uppers are gone. Yeah.
Yep.
Still got my bottom ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's useful.
Yeah, you got the nicest damn teeth in the whole group here once they get them done, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be all
legit.
shiny and white, and yeah.
Yeah, my teeth are horrible.
Will
You're gonna-
will he though? Are those actually teeth?
yeah, they're gonna
They'll have,
implant them,
they'll
aren't
have the
they?
best. They'll have the nicest prosthetic device here.
Yeah, that's
You can
true.
call it
Yeah,
whatever you
that's
want,
true.
but
My yellow, half missing teeth are natural.
oh, okay.
No, I still got a bunch of those. I
Missing
even have a
out.
gold one here. Yeah, I even have a gold crown.
Golden idea. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Bling it up, baby. That's a good idea.
That's what I did. Yeah, I was joking with him. I said, she says, "Well, what sort of crown do you want?" I said, "Oh, well, let's make it out of gold." She goes, "Oh, okay." Next thing I know,
you gotta be careful. They actually do that. Or at least gold plated. So
I'm
careful.
not sure it's real gold. Is it real gold? I
Yeah.
can't remember
Oh yeah,
anymore.
it's real gold.
I thought it just
Yeah.
looks like gold. I
Yeah.
can't remember if they still use real gold. If
No,
it's
these
stainless steel that looks like gold.
I'm sure it can't be a soft, high grade gold. It's going to be, it's going to be
it's
like
10
gold
karat,
alloy.
10
Yeah, it's
carat or
mixed.
something. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it would wear the fuck down all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's not 20.
As much as nice as the yellow or the gold is, then the difference.
Yeah.
But if you see something that's like too yellow, yeah, it's probably fake. They're probably covers they put on.
Yeah, because mine's not real bright. Even when I go in and get my teeth cleaned, which I just had done last week, and they buff it out, it still is kind of a dull yellow. So.
Well, hit the car wash every once in a while, and just
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
get a buff.
I don't know. When she cleaned my teeth the other day, it was like being in a damn car wash. She got that damned water all over the place.
Hey.
I know, spray all. God, it gets annoying.
Sounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
spray
know.
all over the place.
When you're retired,
And then she goes, "I'm sorry about that." No, you're not.
Pay attention, bitch.
it were you. Who you kidding?
I'll stack that thing away from you.
Yeah, she knew it.
Just sticking something in your mouth.
Yeah.
You loving the attention, don't you? Fucking
Yes.
lie.
Yeah, well, they all know me up there anyway, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't spraying me on purpose. So
Yeah.
No, you were just probably being a jerk.
No, he's gonna have-
I've had 3 gold crowns. I only have one of them left because the other 2 were uppers, and I had one that was right out on the front, and it was.
So you can pawn those then.
Yeah, they when I lost them, they gave them to me, and I brought them home, and I just peeled the gold off of the tooth.
right.
And then what?
It's real
Then what?
gold. You've got 6 gold crowns. Well, then I can melt the gold down, or take it. Mix it. If I got some old jewelry, take it
What if
over and
it's
sell it.
solid gold. You might have a lot more money than you think.
Yeah, you never know.
Gold has really fucking gone up, homie.
Oh, I got
Like
yeah.
14K now, isn't it?
Silver,
Something like that?
it's like $85 an ounce right now. That plate that my little 6-inch plate I bought on my 25th
Yeah.
anniversary. That was like, what, a year ago, year and a half, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, but a little more than a year and a half. Anyway, that was like $158 worth. It's called sterling silver. It's 92.5% silver.
Yeah,
So it's used for shit, because it doesn't wear as quickly. But it's mostly silver,
right.
And there's actually a cost conversion for that, the chart, and I have a pretty good scale, so I checked it out. Things was about $285. That's in a year from $158, and that was just silver. Gold's gone up way more than that.
Well,
Yeah,
The
this
metal
one
part
right,
is crazy.
that thing is, God, can't remember how. Yeah, I mean it's heavy. It's a heavy
Right.
ring, and I actually ought to go up to it and have them, tell me how much it's worth in gold.
It depends on the what weight
On
is
the
it?
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
10? Is it 14?
This one's 14.
Okay, 14.
It's either 14 or
right.
18. I can't remember now.
14 is
probably
valuable.
14. Most rings are 14 because of they
Mine-
got to be kind of hard.
Yeah, because they wear. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one's.
This
I mean that's a big.
I had this on my finger 27 years. It's 10 karat gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 karat holds up.
That's
Yeah,
why
it
they do
does.
it. Rings are 10 or 14. They don't go over
Yeah.
14 for rings.
Well,
just because
14 is an
it's cost.
expensive ring, and it's one that you would probably have to get repaired every so often.
They
The
do.
stones
They
fall out
do.
of it.
It's yellower and
They-
softer.
Lon, they do go over 14. Judy has
Sure.
2 in there, and back when we first bought it, it was appraised at $10,000.
That's not everyday wear metal,
No, but it's her wedding band was 18 karat.
exponentially
wedding
more.
ring.
18, huh? That's
Yeah,
unusual.
both rings were 18. Yeah,
Solid?
yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't rolled.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's were
No.
the stones?
The stones, she had both rings had 2.5 carats, and each one of them had a 1.25
Your ring
carat.
had diamonds in it?
Well, it must have settings.
Not mine,
The settings
hers.
can't be 18, I bet
You
you.
said both rings. So you're talking about, what was it, a set that was an engagement thing?
Well, I bought her. I
Played and
bought
then
her.
became a
I
wedding
bought her
ring?
just an evening ring.
Yeah.
Which was made. The same jeweler made both rings,
Mm.
and I bought the evening ring first. Got it at his cost, and then he had this wedding ring that he sold to us, and we paid. I think we paid about $1,500 for it, but I mean, it's got a CD in color. It's a VVS1, which is very, very slightly included.
Mm-hmm.
The damn stone I couldn't replace. If I lost it, it would have been a tragedy.
The higher yellow metals are exponentially more expensive than it surprisingly more. It's not just, hey, let's spend a little more and go up in quality. It jumps. Like I bought her a pair of plumeria earrings. They're just little, and I bought them in Hawaii.
Right.
Apparently it was some artist, and Plumeria is the state capital, and they were kind of known to their little tag with his name on it. It's like $400 and something back in 1999. So 27 years ago for these tall little gold things. But it's because that was a shit ton of money back then, by the way. And it was because of not just it was him. They were fucking yellow as shit. And that's all she wants. She's got like stuff she claims is 22 karat.
Yeah.
And 24 is allegedly but you don't see anything 24 karat. 22, I've never. 18 is pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But if it's over 20 and it's just yellow, and that's what they like. My wife won't even wear silver.
I'm just the opposite. I won't wear gold. If I wear gold, it's white gold. I won't wear gold. I don't like gold on me. I don't like gold. I always wear silver.
And white
silver
shirt,
or white gold.
white hats. What are you saying?
White's my favorite color. Clearly. You know what I was looking at? Oh, you can't show it. A Chris Vector. You ever see those? It's a freaking 9mm, like a rifle pistol thing.
Oh,
and they sell that in white. It's pretty cool. It's pretty.
I mean, that's not the gun you showed us.
No, it's like a combination of a long rifle and a pistol. It's crazy looking. It looks like a blaster.
I saw a video of a guy, and it's one of those things. It was a guy. He had a stock on it, just an extension on the pistol, but it had a longer barrel. I think it had a silencer.
Yeah, didn't the Biden administration make them illegal?
They tried to.
The Supreme Court said no.
Unbelievable. So so older people can
right. So older people that have troubles can.
Stupid ass.
And but what this guy did is he made a forearm piece for it, 3D printed, and they said that's illegal. He says you're right, it's illegal like this, but if I turn it sideways, now it's not a forearm piece, it's a sidearm piece.
Yeah, you can't have it straight down.
Yeah, if you have it straight down like it's like
stupid. Machine gun. It's going to shoot the same either way. The whole thing, it's just stupid. The laws are stupid. The whole thing is stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even back that statement up because it's just so clearly obvious.
Yeah. But that's what the guy, he was kind of making fun of the law in that respect. He's walking through legal, illegal, legal, illegal, legal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that he turned the gun sideways. No, it's just that handle, that forearm handle, which makes it legal.
Now, what Lon was talking about would interest me because I would like a short, muzzled home defense weapon. I was looking at shorter shotguns.
Right?
Oh, Mossberg sells a Shockwave.
Yeah,
I bought that thing a bunch of times. Only a couple $100 too. It's not like it's expensive.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking would be a good one to have. You don't want to, you want to make sure you hit the guy, but you don't want to necessarily break up too much of your furniture.
Well, yeah, you don't want
you want the pellets to all land in them.
Yeah, you want them all to stay in him and not splatter everywhere.
Right, there's a sweet spot where it's not just sitting.
Yeah.
It's not ripping your pets apart too.
Well, yeah, and look at all the mess you'd have to clean up once you blew a hole through them. All that guts and stuff spread all over
Well, that's
your
going to happen
wall.
either way. That's
Well,
going to
yeah,
happen even more
but
if it's concentrated. It's going to
that's
blow it
true
out.
too. Yeah,
Out their backside.
that's true. I hadn't thought of that.
I mean, it's close range, man. I mean, you're a 12 gauge at close range will blow someone.
Come on.
It's not like the movies where he's gonna, but it will blow someone backwards.
Yeah. Well, my son's got a couple of those. He's got one he carries in his car, and he's got another one I think he keeps at the house. And if he retires, I'm going to see if I can get one of them from him. Because he paid for them, not the department. So they're his personal, and he's, he had to go through all the training to use them, which is silly, but they got it. It's the way this state is. Any police officer or anybody involved in law enforcement, whether it be private or public, in other words, security guards on up, they carry a gun or a certain type of gun, they have to go to state certification.
You get qualified.
Yeah. And even if they're just I mean,
I guess like as lowly corrections officers, we had to get corrected.
Right. Yeah.
Like I had posts where I handled weapons. I worked at towers sometimes at night. When I was doing overtime. Actually, not as much as I liked, but plenty. Yeah, I love that spot. That was great. Nobody bothered. You're up there and it's nice, comfortable. If it was, even when it's cold out, it was fine. You had a heavy coat and a heater there. And the fresh air and the radio, and you're just fucking chilling, making money. Nothing's happening. And if there was, you're pretty well armed. But anyway, we used to have to go. We actually, for no reason at all. Well, what? I thought about it years later. When we qualified on the Remingtons, on the 870s, I don't know, the 12 gauge. We did it with slugs, instead of shot. Now, thinking about it later, I guess that's more for scoring, But it made the fucking kick on that thing just totally different, I mean, even as bigger guy, so you got to make sure you shouldered that thing correctly, But just firing something like that, I mean, there was this one woman who apparently liked it because when it would actually knock her to fuck backwards, she would nearly fall. One time she did, and she just kept jumping up and doing it again, apparently liking it. When it came time, they had some shells and the qualifying was over.
Right.
Because let me tell you what, it's easy. It was easy. They asked, did anybody want to take a couple more shots? She was the first one to jump up, and she had a tank top on. And there's a huge black bruise here.
Yeah.
She's just a nutcase. And she actually was, by the way. Got to know her later. Yeah, she was nuts. But she volunteered, and she took it some more, baby. Yeah, but anyway, if that could do that, firing it, having it fired into you, your system's simultaneously in shock and shutting down. It would make you fly backwards.
Yeah, I put a link in for that gun just so you can look at it if you want.
Where'd you put it?
In the chat.
Let's take a look.
That is a cool.
You haven't shown us this one? I like the protections. Are you of legal age? Yes. Okay. Come on in.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Hey, they did their due diligence, baby.
That is just
over the last 8 or 9 years, probably. I bought quite a few guns, and when I go to fill out the form, it's pretty much always the same thing. They've added a couple in the last, but it's like, are you a felon?
What?
Have you tried to commit suicide? It's like, I asked them, does anybody actually answer these? Yes. She goes, oh yeah, we've had guys that were felon. Yes, I'm a felon, or yes, I've been arrested for drugs, or like, geez, And I said, well, did they get their guns? She said, no, they didn't. I said,
there it is.
Surprisingly enough, yeah. Honesty is not the best policy then. Yeah, see?
Yeah, that looks like that looks like a Star Wars gun.
It looks like a goddamn blaster or something, don't it?
Yeah, the stormtroopers. Yeah,
it's pretty neat. Can you make that? See if I can make that bigger. Sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty neat. It looks fake.
Yeah,
it does. It looks like it's all 3D printed.
It's a blaster, man. I mean,
based on every review I've read, they're next to flawless as far as firing. There's zero problems. The guys have claimed to have run 2,000 or 3,000 rounds through them without any slightest issue.
$1,600 isn't that bad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
To check it out, check out some reviews. Anybody's owned them for any period of time. I like that. That's cool.
They've been out for 5 or 6 years. This is like the Gen 2.1 or whatever, but
Well, that's cool. There'd be not that I would necessarily go 100% on what somebody says, but there'd be a lot of opinions out there, and something.
Yeah, there's a lot actually. You do a search on YouTube, and they come up with 100 videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been out for a minute. I'd forgotten about them because I'd seen one like years ago.
I didn't even really look at it. What was the
Chris?
What was the
It's American made too, for what that's worth. It's a Chris Vector.
What was the gauge?
It comes in 2 or 3 different ways.
Oh, you got a
The
couple.
one I was looking at was 10 millimeter.
There you go. You're right. You got a 40 S&W, 15 rounds. 10 millimeter is 33 rounds. 45 ACP is 30 rounds. That'd be loud, huh? 919s would be 40 rounds. So, 10 seems like a nice, like in the middle-ish.
Yeah.
A little more though, because really middle is 9 millimeter.
I mean, 10 millimeter. What would the caliber be on that?
33 rounds is nice,
40 and 10 millimeter are really close.
Yeah, 40 S&W, 15 rounds. Huh. But for some reason, 45 ACP you can get in 30.
Yeah.
Well, there's if you look at it closer, there's several magazines that fit. It takes any Glock magazine, by the way.
Oh, I'm just looking at the choices. There's a drop down that gives you the choices. Yeah.
No, it'll take any Glock mag. If Glock has a 50 rounder, you can use it. If Glock has a 50 rounder, you can use it.
Like I'm buying.
Yeah. So
looks like I guess they're all the same price because it changes a little.
Yeah, like $100 or so.
The 40 makes it $1,659. The 10 is $1,629. The 45 is $1,629, and the 9x19 is it's only the one. The one that holds the least amount of rounds is
different colors too.
It's a little more expensive.
Yeah, there's different colors too.
It's interesting.
They got like FDE, white, black, and green, if I'm not mistaken, or camo. Probably some kind of camo or something, if I remember correctly. There's like 3 or 4 different colors. There's at least 4 different calipers. But here's
the thing. Why? All right. The reason, and the picture changes when you change the caliber. And
it depends on what's in stock on their website.
Apparently, they just don't have, because the only reason the 10 millimeter started at 33 is because it's got an extra cartridge hanging, an extra magazine that just hangs on there that connects to it. Which double when you go to the more expensive one for whatever reason, it doesn't have that. It's like even the bottom of the gun is just flush. So what? They just don't have attachments for it.
I don't know, but like you said, 9 millimeters, 40,
and you're charging $30 more for what reason? It's weird.
It can be weird. Yeah, you're not wrong. I just like it. I think it's cool. But
every other caliber has an extension, by the way.
Yeah, there's a Kel-Tec that 12 gauge where it's 3 barrels.
3 barrels.
Well, not 3 barrels, but it's 3 loading tubes.
Really?
Yeah, if you rotate it on the loading tube, so you can hold like 21 rounds or some shit. If you use shorties. Really? If you use, is that a Kel-Tec? And then Smith & Wesson has one too. Smith & Wesson has one with 2 tubes, 2 feeder tubes, if I'm not mistaken. I eyeballed that too. It's like $1,200. I was tempted, but man, you can get a really good shotgun for like $400. You know what I mean? So it's tough to drop $1,200 on a fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
It's like, it's called a K-bar, isn't it? What's that thing called? KS7? No.
I'll be back in just a minute, folks.
Okay. Ugh, that's not what I wanted. No, that ain't it. No, that ain't it. Candy bars are nice. How's it going, Dominic?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah. Nice. I can't think of the one that is 3 feet tube. Everybody's gone. That's so funny. What's that called?
I'm back.
Hooray!
Wait, and I still forgot something. That's just crazy. What the fuck did I do with it?
Hey.
I just had to get a drink. I was dying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's his name? Lloyd left too. The gummy vlogger took off too.
What'd you just say about the gummy vlogger?
I said you took off too.
Oh, yeah.
What's that shotgun with 3 feet tubes? Guys, it feels like it was made by Keltec. No, I'm not sure. Killing myself here.
Surprised you guys are still here.
Yeah.
No,
That was our chance, wasn't it?
Well, that's a cool looking slag, but I wasn't looking in that price range necessarily. Not that that's not a good price, because it's a nice gun. I can get a used 19-inch. I think I can get 19.
The Tabor TS12 has 3 feed tubes. That's the one I was thinking of, but
For like a couple $100.
Yeah, the TS12. Yeah, that's one I just saw.
yeah.
Armless. What about it?
There was an old one. There was an old one that had 2 or 3 feeder tubes, and I could swear it was made by Keltec or somebody like that. There was the first one like that where you flip the feeder tubes.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. It doubled your capacity or tripled your capacity. But anyway, the TTI, the Tabor, looks pretty good too, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks big though.
Dominic, what do you think?
About what?
I don't know anything. Pick a topic.
Well, I don't know about guns, so I can't really comment.
Hey, this shirt appeared.
You're not allowed to talk about guns in Australia.
Remember this? Do you remember this logo?
Yeah.
I have that somewhere. I have
It
one.
appeared out of nowhere. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I got these like 2 stacks of clean T-shirts my wife has in the top of the closet, and that's what I just draw from it. And I don't know how this made it to the top because.
Oh Jesus!
Wearing
Speaking of T-shirts,
huh?
My God, I saw
so many.
I had some. So I'm looking through my closet, and I had a stack of T-shirts folded on the shelf. Right. My housekeeper must have put them there.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck are these? And they're like newer T-shirts too. A couple of them had tags on them and stuff. I go, why aren't these hanging up? So I go in my closet and I'm going, fuck, I don't have any hangers. So then I'm online. I'm getting ready to order some hangers, right? And then I thought about it for a minute. I go, well, wait a minute. Let me look at my closet. I pulled out like 40 shirts in about 20 minutes and threw them away. Because I was like, what the fuck? I don't even know where that shirt's come from. I'm like, what the hell? What is it?
There's shirts I shouldn't have in that closet because I don't fit in them anymore.
Yeah.
But in my mind, if I take them out of there, I'm giving up the idea I'll ever fit in them again because I've fitted in them more than once. There was a, so let's cross the fingers. We can have the roller coaster ride one more time.
Well,
I think
that's like with my jeans.
It's lighter. I'm sorry.
I have to keep my jeans in different sizes because I do that roller coaster. Right now, I'm in.
I thought you were saying
30. I'm in 32s, but
32s. All right.
32s.
I remember 32s.
32s. Yeah.
The summer of '83.
And I put on when Judy passed away, which was almost 2 years ago. I was wearing 29s and 30s, but I started putting weight back up because I was eating what she was eating when she was eating. So, and she was barely eating. And
29, huh? You know what? That's getting sexy. If you know, for you're getting there. That's getting anything in the mid to low 20s is for a woman.
Yeah.
You woman. I remember wearing 32-inch jeans though for a period. Actually, I was pretty young, man. I was pretty
in high school.
young.
I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wear 48s now.
Yeah, I wore 31, 36s for a minute, and a very brief minute at that.
Well, I wore
an adult.
When Judy and I got married. I wore 29 34s
or the 46s. I don't even know what the fuck I wear. Somebody else buys my clothes.
I just bought a new pair of jeans the other day. I went over to Tractor Supply to pick up dog food, and I thought, well, I need another pair of jeans because my weight's fluctuated. And so I went over there and shit, they had them on. They had them on sale. Well, that's a good price. But they only had one size that fit me. I went up there. I got out. I thought, what the hell she charged me for those jeans? And I looked on. They were on sale for $19, which is a good price for most jeans. But I ended up getting them for $15. So it's like, what the hell? If they'd have had more, I'd gone back and got some.
Did you walk back in the snow 5 miles to bring her back the $5 that you shouldn't have gotten?
No.
Okay.
No, it turned out there was another.
We'll just make a good story.
It would have, but yeah. Unfortunately, there was no snow at the time, so that would have ruined the story.
It's cheap for jeans that you're not getting out of the Salvation Army, actually.
Well, yeah. But for brand new jeans, that was a good price there.
I don't know. When you're my size, I don't think you want anything that may possibly split when you sit down too fast. So I go with the name brands and the heavier shit.
I get the loose fit, the relaxed fit boot cuts because I wear cover boot part of the time, and the stretch because they're comfortable.
I always get the stretch too because it's comfortable.
Stretch is comfortable. Yeah, I got a pair like that. I think they're Wranglers. Wranglers are cut a little big to begin with. The different brands, they're just cut different. Wrangler seems like they were cut for older men. Really,
yeah.
The ass is saggier,
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, especially in the relaxed fit jeans, Now
don't forget, I lost 90-something pounds just like 9 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I knew you
found it, right?
Yeah, there's pictures you should see.
So you found it again.
Those clothes, I did.
I had the same problem.
Yeah, well, I didn't find all of it. I was as high as 318 for a minute there. So I'll close it in though. I'm over 300. Got to stop it.
Yeah, I need to go weigh because I think I've lost weight since I had my teeth pulled. Because I
would imagine
I couldn't eat anything solid for at least 2 weeks. They're healing up now finally, and
I just got to believe my day would be a lot easier if I was 80 pounds lighter. I just got to believe that. I get up and down a lot. You know what I mean? Enough that it annoys me. And it probably would annoy me a lot less if it was nothing, just to hop up and, you know what I mean? Because that's what it would feel like. Could you imagine somebody just took an 80-pound backpack off that you've been wearing for less?
Oh, yeah. No, I could tell the difference when I lost all that weight.
Like you're on the moon.
I've been holding it at 181.
That's good weight.
Yeah, it's a good weight. It's between 170 and 180 is where I like to stay.
No, that's a great weight. How tall are you? You're not short. What are you like?
No, well, I'm 5'9", 5'8.5".
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm not.
That's because you slouch. When you stand up straight, you're like 7'2".
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
he's like a vulture.
Yeah, I used to watch my mother and all of them. They started getting the stooped shoulders and the curved back and everything. Yeah. My mother was always sit up straight. I'd get in trouble for that. So I did, but then as I've gotten older, it's like, oh hell, it's just as easy to stoop as it is to stand up straight.
It's not a bad weight, but for 5'9", it's you could lose a few.
Yeah.
If you're going with their straight, with their, because you're on their outer reaches there.
Yeah. No, I could probably, and I may have lost another 5 pounds.
You know what they claim 6'2" should weigh? 195.
195, yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah, I think for my
14
weight,
more pounds than you are now, and it's a person that's 5 inches taller than you.
yeah, yeah,
That 5 inches isn't just the length of their head. You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's their torso, it's their leg. These things weigh, what I'm
yeah.
saying?
See, I've got the
More than 14 fucking pounds. So
it,
yeah, you could probably, according to them, lose a couple. But
yeah,
do you feel healthy? Who cares? I don't. I don't feel healthy.
yeah. See, when I was heavier, my arms were a little bit bigger. Now I got this, you know.
The last time I had problems with my back was when my weight went up. That should be a clever thing to figure out, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, not that I ever got it down to where it should be, but when I was in the 280s, my back never bothered me.
right.
Huh.
But
Rarely. I mean, I shouldn't say bother me. It's always there.
right.
But it's usually not incapacitating,
Yeah.
You just don't even notice it because it's day after day. As long as it's not excruciating or anything, it's just an annoyance.
Yeah, yeah.
Aches and pains happen when you get older.
Yeah, they do. I've been hurting all day because we've had our weather's. We went from 3 days ago. I was out there walking around short sleeve shirts and shorts and everything, and today I didn't get out of the house because it was just too drizzly and rainy and cold. So it's like, okay, winter hasn't left us yet.
I know exactly what I did too that started this flare up. I went to the Home Depot for work and picked up a toilet by myself.
Uh-oh.
And it's a full size porcelain toilet,
Right, right.
And, I've had that little bit of surgery down there. So I lift from my back too much now because I don't want to pee myself.
Right, yeah.
And really one person shouldn't be carrying that anyway. But
No.
I'm not young anymore. I mean, it's not like I fell out like, oh, my back. No, I mean, it happened the next day,
Yeah, yeah.
The day of it, I was fine.
Yeah, I heard this country song today, and it was about I forgot the guy's getting bald, and the gal, she pees when she giggles. And it's just all the stuff. And it was a really good song. I mean, but it's like everything about, and in the end, it just said we're not young anymore.
Well, I hope he tried to make it sound sexy that she pees her pants when he makes her laugh.
Yeah, well,
He made, oh, how cute that is! Like a little
yeah,
puppy,
exactly, yeah.
like a puppy.
I saw that today. I thought that's hilarious.
Get all excited, they're peeing, they don't even realize it. God, that's a problem. Gets and depends on her.
Yeah.
Depend, by the way. Not
Yeah,
depends.
it depends. And she didn't look that old, but I mean, I guess compared to my age, she wasn't that old. She wasn't as old as I am for damn sure. But
Hey, you know what I realized today when I was doing that little selfie bullshit, especially since I needed a stick so I couldn't get a better angle. I'm getting fucking old. I saw, I have my arms there. Did you see the age spots? See, I don't notice these things.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's thrust in my face, and the chin, the gray hair, the swollen eyes. It's not a pretty picture. She left it somewhere.
Yeah, I think you've actually.
I've aged quite a bit in the last couple of years.
Well, you've grayed up a lot from when I first remember.
Not just there. It's not just
art.
Skin, weight, it's the whole package.
Me and art is the problem. I do these live things with me and art. And we're aggravating.
I
love lately is these videos of what would happen if China tried to attack the U.S. or
I see that stuff.
Yeah, I love those. I love those.
They're cool, but they're dumb.
They are kind of dumb, but it's interesting.
They're kind of cool. U.S. pretty much always wins everything. But
the problem is trying to invade the U.S. is a lost situation. Yeah, there's 200 million guns in this fucking country, and
exactly. Yeah,
right. In the hands of the citizens. How the fuck are you going to take over?
You're not going to do it by sea. We have. I mean, I don't care how many boats the Chinese have. We have by far the most powerful naval forces in the world, and we have batteries, jets, thousands of fighter jets all up and down the east and west coast, and a Coast Guard. So you're not just roaming right in.
No, we'll know about it way ahead of time. That's their big problem. They can't sneak up on us. This isn't Pearl Harbor anymore.
No.
You ain't gonna just sneak up on us. There's no chance. We'll know the minute the boats leave fucking China. And we'll have the B-52s. We'll have the B-2 bombers on the way, going, hey, I tell you what, fellas, you can either turn them bitches around, or you're gonna, when you get home, everything's gonna glow.
Well, they've time and time again shown what they can do against Russian developed radar targeting systems. They don't get them. They don't. Yeah. They're totally blind to them, and they still haven't figured that shit out. And by the way, they're JUs. They're supposed because now they're developing. They have stealth sixth generation fighters. Or is it the Chinese? Both of them. Neither of them have there's a what they talk about is a size object that you're able to pick up by your radar and how stealthy you are. That the object for the Chinese is like a 1.5 by 1.5 feet. So you're able to target them. It's way better than a regular jet. It might take a little longer to target them, but and the Russians was even bigger. And the Americans' profile, whatever it is like the size of a quarter. That's. I mean, and I'm not making it up. I mean, you can research that. That's out there, and they just don't. Yeah, people don't get it.
I saw it, and I saw something today or this afternoon popped up in one of my feeds that said that they've launched a bunch of B1s, B2s, whichever that one is, that bomber. They've taken off to go. Yeah, they've taken off to go somewhere. So,
they do that.
That's true. Yeah,
they do that. It's he's given some deadlines to Iran.
Yeah, I think we're getting close to doing
that game there that country's ready to topple.
Yeah.
There's reports that the leaders are already have their escape route paid for and lined up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But the bottom line is that a lot of people seem to think the rest of the world will go to war over Iran, and it's like wrong. Russia ain't going to war over Iran. China ain't going to war over Iran.
The people of that country,
North Korea
ain't government in 1979, so they're counting on it happening again.
Yeah.
It's still in their history. It's in their recent history.
Yeah. That's what they think is going to happen. That's what they're counting on, that all these allies they think they have.
Well, there's reports of how many that have been shot dead, thousands of them. Yeah. You don't think that might generate a little hatred towards your government?
Right. But I'll be honest with you. I don't like us talking about, well, you know me already. I don't like us even talking about going to war with somebody over how they treat their own people. I've never liked that narrative. You know what I mean? I've never liked that narrative. I never liked going into another country because we don't like the way they treat their people. You know what I mean? Regardless of what they're doing to their people. I've never liked that. I'm an isolationist.
Killing thousands of its own people. I mean,
right?
I
didn't say it's good. I'm saying it's none of our damn business.
I don't know. I mean,
yeah. I can start an argument.
Is that the government, or is that a despot? And these people are nothing but slaves to it. I mean, there's some argument for knocking them the fuck off. How anybody would like these cocksuckers or support them? It's amazing.
Right. But my point is, and they'll get angry. Try not to get angry anyway. Take a deep breath. But that would be like, that would be like, I don't care. Name a country Russia invading us in the 1800s based on how we were murdering the Indians.
This is not the first time something this happened.
Well, my point is that we should mind our own damn business. They can treat their people.
Well, I think, and that's why he's pushing that's why he's talking about the nuclear deal, because they apparently have started trying to rebuild.
We have our own reasons for wanting that government gone too.
Well, no.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to use that as an excuse.
I mean, this just puts it over the top. I seriously, they're already being accused of causing the murders of thousands of people all around the world.
Well, sure.
Publicly calling for the death of this country. I mean, publicly, the leaders calling for the death of this country and all of Israel as well. Not just Israel, though, us as well. And and they just supply weapons that are being fired at us and our allies, and we just like take it forever and ever. They got to go. They're fucked up. The rest of the Arab world doesn't like them either.
No, again, I don't disagree with any of that. All I'm saying is I don't like because they harp on it. They're murdering their own people. They did the same thing in Syria, that he hit his own people with mustard gas or whatever the fuck he did, and this, and so that's why we bombed them. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. I won't agree with that because I don't think it's our place to police other countries on the way they treat their people. I just don't. I'm never going to agree with that.
The level. We're not talking about just treating them. We're talking about mass murder.
I don't care.
That's not treating. That's crimes against humanity. That's why there's world organizations. For countries to try to act in a civilized manner. And murdering thousands of your own people, how can you argue that as being civilized?
I didn't say it was, but we don't go into Africa when Nicaragua or whatever, not Nicaragua, Nigeria or whatever was running around murdering their own people and shit, or the Congo. We don't go.
I mentioned my research. Find out the Ayatollah got a lot of its power from backing from foreign nations. I haven't researched it. I'm just saying. They didn't just pop in and turn the country against the Shah overnight. Right. There was money back in that play.
Oh, sure.
He was backed by the Russians.
Right. Yeah, but we just seem to pick and choose is what I'm saying. This country treats their people like shit and we're cool with it. But that country,
there's also multiple reasons. Again, you're right. I understand what you're saying.
That they're going in there.
We shouldn't get involved in the civil matters of other countries, but liquidating thousands of them is, I don't know, man. I just got to be a limit.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, maybe other countries don't like the way we're dealing with illegal immigrants in this country right now. So would that give them?
No, other countries have much stricter restrictions than we do.
That's not the point. Yeah, that is you as an excuse. I'm saying.
It can't be an excuse if you're not from where you're coming from. If where you're coming from is being there's wars and fighting and killing every day, and all those overseas nations over immigration problems and pressures with that. Their immigration problems ours aren't any worse.
Just an example. It's not meant to be.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, they don't like the way some dick wouldn't say that.
Like the way we put the fork on the left and the spoon on the right on the dinner plate. I don't care.
You're an isolationist and you're a libertarian, and that's part of That's part of.
That's why.
That's part of your core.
Yeah, I know, and I am too to a point. But you got to understand when things grow and things get out of hand. Sometimes it's too late to stop them, because they do grow. That's what happened.
I have my own personal reasons why I want to see them taken down, but that's
played nice with him right up until he started rolling across Europe.
Yeah, I don't like them either. I don't like the way they run their country, Iran or whatever. I totally understand. Yeah. I'm not stupid.
No,
but the Shah didn't run the country that great either. There was all kinds of reports of secret police and murders.
There was,
et cetera, et cetera. The people didn't rise up against the Shah for no reason. You know what I mean? There was a reason.
Yeah,
he was a cock, and we backed him because he gave us what we wanted.
Still had the money, the backing of the military, but it turned on him for some reason, and what it was money. You grease the right palms, you win over the right generals. He loses whatever power support he has, and he's got to go, and that's what happened.
Yeah, and the Jimmy Carter.
I'll tell you what was presented to the people, of course, that's a whole other argument, was not what they got.
Yeah,
in that revolution.
I'm just saying, regardless, I don't.
Well, it's the same thing with Cuba.
Yeah.
They didn't, those people down there, they want the revolution. They want to get rid of Batista, but they, they didn't realize what they were getting with Fidel Castro, and it's far worse than that's not what they signed up for.
Well, no, and that's almost always the case.
It's
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
It's almost always
The
the case.
existence of the United States is like the death of kingdoms when you think about it. We broke ourselves away from the mightiest imperialist nation in the world,
Yeah.
and we helped from another one, France, and that was Louis's like last straw. Was the
Yeah,
amount of
yeah.
money he spent on our revolution. Not only that, the idea that a revolution was against a king also spurred them on, and that was actually the end of aristocracy in France. Was us. It was more than that, obviously.
Right. We were
let them eat cake.
Yeah, we were the catalysts.
Yeah, they were bad guys, but we were like the last straw. You know what I mean? You started losing support from the money, from the money in the country, and if your armies aren't paid, you're fucked. But that's that.
Yeah,
that's that.
Obviously, there's always multiple reasons and layers and etc. And I recognize that.
Well, of course, but I'm just saying we ruined the monarchy. We helped. We're the biggest contributing factor. It happened like right after all of this happened, and their navy was still out because they were here. I mean, it was, and they were broke as shit, which made things even worse for the people down below because all they did was raise taxes to try to collect more money for the war. And that was it. It was a snap. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
But it's like back in Lloyd, you remember this back in what was it, the 80s, actually from the turn of the century, all the shit we got involved in South America. Propping up all these dictators and whatnot down there. And
Nicaragua,
Dole down there. The corporations were down there propping up, different dictators and whatnot. Because they gave them special deals on bananas and dumb shit like that.
At one point,
it's the truth. Banana Republic is a real thing.
I know.
It's a real thing.
In Central America,
doesn't stop it from sounding funny.
It is funny.
I know. Yeah. I mean, it is kind of a pejorative. You're not calling a country a banana republic in a complimentary way.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
But I just don't like it, man. I'm never gonna.
Yeah, I mean, we were. At one point in Central America back in the late 70s, early 80s, one side we were supporting the government, the other side the other country we were supporting the rebels.
Yeah, exactly.
So both of them were doing what we needed them to do at that time.
Right, because we needed whatever the fuck it was we wanted out of there.
We have actually had, until this Venezuela thing, better relations with most of the nations of South Africa than we had in a long time, and that was due to economic deals and whatever. They weren't our best friends, but they weren't trying to kill us. But Venezuela was the country, of course, that would not do that because it was a communist state, and it was they got their charges. Like if they put them in jail, they put them in jail. It's been done before. We got Noriega from Panama for.
Oh yeah. My brother was involved. My half brother was involved in that.
Yeah, it wasn't a new invention to do this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I spent a couple fun-filled months down in Central America back in late 70s when they were first starting to get involved, and that was fun.
We just
and
again, I just don't like it. I'm never gonna like it.
The thing that bothers me, and it's just something personal as far as. But when I hear about Vietnam or friends with them and all that, it's just one of them things that Vietnam was not, because I'm from the Vietnam era and I had family over there, and then all of a sudden we're friends with these people, and same with Central America.
Yeah, they're like good friends of ours now.
Yeah, they are, but it's one of those.
And they are China.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I know that's what it's weird. I kind of have that.
The world changes. Japan. We've beat the fuck out of Japan.
Yeah,
that country burned to the fucking ground.
Right,
they're our best friends.
Yeah, my dad and uncles never trusted the Japanese because of that.
My dad.
Yeah, they fought in World War II. My uncle. An uncle on my mom's side, he was a Marine. He was at Midway. He was at, you know, during that whole situation. And you know, my another uncle was at Bataan and was on the death march. So you know, and so when after the war, the Japanese, you know, they had troubles with the Japanese, and I guess I'm the same way with the Vietnamese, you know, because of just and you know, Central America now, those are places that people are going to, you know, expatriates are going to live down there and their resorts and all that stuff, and it's just one of them things like, yeah, but they used to be our enemy, you know, what the hell?
I don't know. My dad
You're right.
is a Marine, and he was stationed in Okinawa in the early 60s. He liked it there. You know, and he's racist as the next guy, by the way. You know, he used the word slope, you know, and this and that.
Yeah.
But yet we had I guess she was kind of a housewife kind of arrangement where this woman basically just stayed there and cleaned his clothes and cooked for him and did for him, and he paid the bills, you know, whatever, and she did a little more than that. He had a nice little life while he was there, you know. And then when he went back east, she never even expected him to ask her. It's pretty interesting. Like she knew that was going to happen.
You know, he was going to leave. When I was in Germany, it was like that. You know that, you know, you get a girl to come move in with you, or you can stay with her and stuff like that, and she knows the deal.
Yeah,
you're not her first soldier, okay? You know,
yeah,
you're not the first GI to stay there. Trust me.
Well, you know, there's a term for that. The Japanese used comfort women. You know, Okinawans especially, because they looked at them. The Japanese looked at their Okinawans as they were lesser. You know, and they scooped up all their daughters, and that was how they served the great empire. Was by being comfort women. You know, they're basically slaves.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just sex, but there was sex. You know,
isn't that basically what the geishas were?
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part, geisha girls weren't they mainly?
I don't know.
Sex workers, yeah. My dad, high end, they're like high end escorts. My dad, my dad was in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. You know, trust me. You're not gonna meet. You never would have met a guy that disliked Asians more than my dad.
Yeah,
had a burning dislike. I was dating a Filipino girl when I was young, and my dad about lost his shit.
Yeah, but
they don't even look that Asian, really. They don't even look with us.
They were our they were our allies.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Millions of them died.
I had to explain to him that she was Filipino and not, you know, and not freaking Japanese or Chinese or Vietnamese or whatever. What are these?
Pekingese.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Pekingese, Easies, Crees,
AT&Ts.
My brother's first wife. Do what? I'm sorry.
There's a big difference.
Oh yeah,
different Asian races.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, sure.
His wife was Chinese, and she was Chinese.
I like them all. Don't get me wrong.
You know, but after he came back from Vietnam, and then of course he started drinking pretty heavy, and he started going on doing the racist crap, calling her names. Of course, that's what ended up. His drinking is what created the problem. That's what ended the marriage too. You know, but
I think stupidity had a role in it.
Yeah.
Just because you're drinking, all of a sudden your IQ drops 75 points.
Yeah, well, and I think.
All right.
None of us knew.
It doesn't automatically turn you into a raging racist.
No. A lot of his was,
you already were. You just weren't saying it.
Yeah, he was angry because of, he came back from Vietnam, and they were Asian, and he just looked at her that way. It's like they dated in high school, and they got married between his second and third deployment to Vietnam, and it's like, what the hell?
But hating a Filipino, it would be like a German, a Jap hating a German. I mean, you know what I mean. You weren't. Even more than that, they actually fought side by side with us in the Philippines.
Yeah.
We controlled that country for a long fucking time. It's the number one English speaking Southeast Asian country in the area. Like 99% of the people speak some level of English.
Yeah.
It's the only.
What about Taiwan? I thought a lot of people in Taiwan speak English.
Well, I'm sure they do.
Singapore too, I believe, is another one that they speak. Almost everyone speaks
I don't know
English.
if the Way-in-by citizen speaks a lot of English. Maybe they do. I don't know. All I know is I did. These are things I just read because my wife's Filipino. So
no. You have a reason to care about what Filipinos do.
That's the only reason I even know anything about it, or even think I know anything about it, because I do.
You're welcome, Brenda.
It's the only majority Christian nation, and that was because the Spanish built all those churches because they were there for 330 effing years.
Thank you, Brenda.
The Filipinos a little browner than your typical Asian, by the way. But anyway,
I think that my whole, like she was talking about, I don't want to get not emotional, not the word I want to use, but my reasoning for the way I feel about it's not just about being a libertarian. I don't want anyone else I didn't go through that much. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make it out like, I spent 3 years in a POW camp or some bullshit like that, right?
Right.
But I've seen some shit that no 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid should ever have to see. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree
and I had to do some shit that no 18 or 19-year-old kid should ever have had to have done.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And it's because of some politics and some bullshit, and somebody didn't like what someone said or some did or what they did. Like they did this or they did that, and so we're gonna go over there and, dude, I don't agree with it. I don't. I just don't.
It's unfortunately, that's the job. But of course, you're right not to want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Well, I just don't think that it shouldn't be done as lightly as it seems like it is. Okay, I think it's done a lot more lightly than it should be.
What if other people want to do it?
I think we are too quick to want to send people over to kill and die. For idealistic bullshit.
In the past, how many years we've seen way more of our people get killed by them than us of them.
I don't know if one is good.
I'm just saying, sitting there allowing them to attack and send drones and missiles.
Good night, Brenda.
Good night, Brenda.
Yeah,
they're our enemies, plain and simple.
I honestly think this is going to be. I think this is going to be all air warfare. I don't, or naval. I think they're going to bomb and they're going to.
Well, even that they can get hurt or killed or died in besides.
Well, yeah, pilots
billions of dollars,
down,
let alone people's lives and the people on the ground that are going to be dying. I mean, we understand, but that's why I understand. Nobody wants this shit to happen,
right?
But if it's ever going to stop, it's got to stop. Is this the right thing to do? I don't know. I guess history will bear it out.
Yeah, but that's what they said about Iraq too, and that's what they said about Afghanistan too. There was going to be mostly an air war and blah 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 blah. We're going to be in and out in a few months. Yada yada yada. That's what they said about Iraq. It is. Trust me. Go back in time. It's exactly the same shit.
How long were we in Iraq?
20 fucking years.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? We've been in Japan since 1945.
No, I mean people were
in Germany for the same 45. We have military bases all over the fucking world.
Well, people were dying in Afghanistan up until we pulled out, just about, and then more people died as we pulled out. You know what I'm saying?
People weren't dying for like the last 20 years that we were there.
No, maybe the 18 months. I think it was
18 months since one person. Nobody was killed for 18 months.
Yeah,
but there wasn't mass slaughters or wars or fighting going on for a lot longer than that. I mean, the country
if you say so,
it was just a pain in the ass. And the whole is in a situation like that. If we'd left Japan in 18 months, you know what it would have, and whatever, before everything was all settled in and squared away, same thing would have happened there. There was big factions that just wanted everybody to fight to the last breath, every man, woman, and child, and they were on the top of the military. They nearly assassinated Hirohito because they knew he was going to after the second bomb went off. I mean, whatever.
I get all that. I'm just not, like I said. I understand there's reasons.
You don't want anybody. I can understand. You don't want anybody to have to be at 18 years old having to kill another human being because
Right.
we don't
Because,
like somebody's politics.
yeah.
I can
Over here,
understand that.
Let me tell you what. At least
But
a temporary period of peace in the Middle East for this world to have that, for them to live through 20 years, maybe a generation of that, could be world changing for that region of the world. That's all. I mean,
I agree.
Only a couple of small players and one major player that stands in the way, and Iran is it. Because we've already got Saudi loving us, we got the United Arab Emirates, we got all the money, all the oil people. Egypt's our butt buddy. So is Turkey when it wants to be. They're feisty fucks. But none of them are in the process of trying to kill us, and they haven't been for a long fucking time. And they actually got together and they did peace. They with the president when they what do you call accords?
Abraham Accords. I get it.
Yeah.
So they want it to happen. But the thing that's standing in the way is the conflicts that are going on, which is being pumped through that country. And the majority of the citizens don't want it anymore. So it seems to me we're awfully close. We're on a precipice here, and it could be world changing.
Yeah, we'll see. Because you can't say that about Afghanistan.
Yeah. Lon, I can respect your point of view on that.
No,
I really
absolutely
do.
not. Because
I may not personally agree with it. I agree with parts of what you say, Lon.
Right.
I agree with a lot of that, but I have personal feelings about Iran and the Ayatollahs, and that's. I think that we need to take him out. Personally, we should have taken out the first one, not let him have.
We should have taken him out in the 70s. It should never happened.
Yeah,
it should have never been allowed to happen in the first place.
Right.
Yeah, he was in exile in France, and
I'm sorry, but Afghanistan, I don't even understand that. There nothing had gone on for a year and a half, and that was the time to pull out. It takes longer than that. It takes generations. It takes memories to fade. It takes kids that didn't live under war, for things to change. It took easily longer. It took that long in Japan and Germany after that war ended. There was terrorist attacks, like 7,000 people died in Japan and 9,000 in Germany, or so, or it might be vice versa. I forget, through terrorist attacks after the war ended because But you know what? That eventually it all goes away as prosperity starts to seep back in and normalcy starts to seep back in. And now they're our asshole buddies, both of those countries. After all of that,
for the most part. When I was over there was still the Red Army faction was still going on in Germany when I was there.
Yeah,
they're a terrorist group that wanted us out. There are several terrorist groups that were in Germany in the 80s. I don't know about now. I don't know about now, but I know there were several.
I'm just saying as the country itself, not necessarily elements within it, but and of course it's through NATO. The reason that these countries can float the things that they do, social service they do, is because they can get away with spending 1/10 the overall gross national product to pay for their military than we do. Because we're armed. We arm those countries. We arm that whole fucking. What is NATO without the United States? Pretty weak, dude.
I'm just kidding.
We got some military, but they don't have to. Not enough.
No, the reason I say that is because it would just be the one side, so it wouldn't be. It would be pointless to call the North Atlantic Treaty Organization because it would just be Europe. So it would be the EU. No, that's the EU.
Whatever they want.
Exactly. And you see how well that works.
They're still North Atlantic, but whatever. They can call whatever the fuck they want.
They can still call it NATO, I guess, if they want it.
We'll call it the America.
It's on this side. It's only on that side of the Atlantic, though. So
North and South America.
Yeah, is the Gulf still called the Gulf of America? Did that ever get officially changed, or?
I don't know if they're changing it in maps, though. That's a good question.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I've actually read it's been.
I think they did.
Yeah, I'm gonna look right now just because you said that.
Yeah.
All right. And hey, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Well, and that map is still the Gulf of Mexico.
It's just a new thing, but I've seen it and I've heard that it's been. I don't know. Who cares? Gulf of America. Just type that.
Well, yeah, but then it'll just automatically show you a map that says Gulf of America.
Yeah, I went to just
Gulf of America on Google. That's all I care about. On Google is Gulf of America. Yep. On Google Maps is Gulf of America. That's all that matters to me. They're the gold standard as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeah, they have the best. Well, they
That's
really
what I
do.
use. That's what I use.
Yeah, yeah.
As they say Gulf of America, that's what it is.
Oh, it's a law. As of 2026, the official U.S. federal name for the body of water, formerly known as the Gulf of Mexico, is the Gulf of America. Following January 2025 Executive Order E.O.14172, this change was implemented across U.S. government agencies, NOAA and USGS, with major mapping platforms like Google updating their labels for U.S. users.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
It makes sense because number one, Mexico is part of the Americas.
Yeah,
and two, our coastline is bigger in the Gulf. We have more coastline than they do, than Mexico does.
Yeah.
So it's dumb. It was dumb to call it Gulf of Mexico in the first place. And we named it Gulf of Mexico. Mexico didn't name it Gulf of Mexico. We named it Gulf of Mexico. We're the one that made it the Gulf of Mexico to begin with.
Mexico had Texas for a minute too, though. Don't forget.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, but look at the Gulf of California and look at Southern California down there, or the Baja Peninsula. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you know that's Baja. That's part of that peninsula is considered part of California, but it's on the Mexican side. So
right,
you know they call
it. Is it? Is that part of California? I thought there was a Mexican border there. I'm 99%
certain the
certain
Mexican border is there because
south of San Diego, you cross the border.
Yeah, south of San Diego, and so that's part of Mexico. It is.
Oh, okay, but they just call it Baja California. Gotcha.
In some maps, it's called Southern California.
Really?
Yeah. Or used to years ago. Now I think it's just the Baja Peninsula.
Well, that's back when they were writing them by hand, Lloyd.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that long ago.
Sort of napkin in a bar somewhere.
Cartographer and shit.
I grant you, it might have been during the same time period that we called the island
the Mexican American War.
Yeah, no, it was before. It was after that.
Pancho Villa
we
told him that
called
shit.
that island just off the coast of China. We called it Formosa.
Right.
Now it's called Taiwan. So the maps that still said Formosa also call that Southern California.
Got you. That's fair.
You know.
That's so funny. Or Istanbul, Constantinople.
yeah. Back in the day. Yeah.
Or Yugoslavia. Wait a minute. Yugoslavia used to be part of the USSR. Was it still Yugoslavia? I don't remember now.
It was always Yugoslavia, but it was a satellite of the. It was a communist country. It's what they called a
but before
satellite country.
Yeah, it feels like it was something else. Am I wrong? I might be wrong though. Don't get me wrong. I might be picking the wrong country too.
No,
all those little Slavic countries.
I think it changed over time. That it was like smaller countries and it formed one, and then
right. They didn't have their own thing like Kazakhstan and all these goofy little.
Those all came about right after the fall of
the Soviet Union.
Union.
Right.
Hey, thank you.
But
hey, Bob.
I think even before that, hey, Bob. I think even before that, there were smaller nations there back when they were still principal.
500 years ago or whatever, right?
Yugoslavia existed from 1918 to 1992. See, we grew up knowing Yugoslavian. I had a Yugoslavian uncle, by the way, that married into our Italian family. And you know what I mean? And look how short a time that is. You know,
but it came when was the Soviet Union formed? That was 1914.
It came into existence following World War I.
Yeah.
Which is when the Russia formed, by the way. Under the name of Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. From the merger of the Kingdom of Serbia with the provisional state of Slovenes, Croats, and Serbs.
Right, the Serbs, the Croatians, and the
they split up later on though. They had a little.
When World War I started, the Tsar
when the Archduke
was
of
still in charge.
Sarajevo was assassinated by the
Right.
Gavril Princip.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's interesting.
The
There's so many different.
Grand Duke Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, yeah.
Franz
Yeah,
Ferdinand.
yeah, yeah.
Right. He was shot. Right, he was shot. That was the excuse.
But the Tsar was in charge. So the Soviet Union didn't develop until like 1916, maybe.
Yeah, but before Yugoslavia was founded, that's why I'm getting
Right.
at.
Yeah.
I think
So I think the Soviet
1918 was the
Union
Treaty of Versailles.
created the Yugoslavia.
that was 17 because it happened during the war, and that was the trigger for that. They didn't. There were too many dying, too much money being spent. Time for you.
Yeah.
The
USSR was officially
300
formed
year
in 1922.
the 300-year reign
Okay.
of that families to end.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
war.
interesting. See, we can talk about interesting shit. Everybody's piping in
Yeah.
too because the USSR formed in 1922. Okay, but that was after the battle, right? Because the battle started right after World War One, right? Or
Actually, it started during World War One.
Yeah, they kind of dropped out to fight their internal fight, right, or something like that.
Yeah, that was it. They pulled out of the war in order to fight the Bolshevik Revolution.
Right.
Which was, I think,
Right.
1917. But Grant's right. The USSR didn't become a full nation with the name until 1922. That's when they finally, all of that happened, and they settled down, became the United Soviet Republic.
They didn't just settle down. They took.
Yeah, it's after the revolution because.
Got you. Okay.
Because when when they were in World War One, the Tsar was still in charge, and then the Bolsheviks revolted. The revolution happened.
Yeah, I just said
then they killed. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Yugoslavia was formed in 1918. So who precipitated that? Was it the USSR in their formation, in their early tenuous form, or what? Because they became part of the USSR.
When I looked it up, it didn't mention anything about any Russian influence.
So they just kind of not magically is the wrong word, but organically became the Yugoslavia.
Well, Yugoslavia was developed as part of the Treaty of Versailles, I think.
Oh,
at the end
so
of the
after
war.
World War One.
Well, after World War One, under the name of the Kingdom of Serbs.
Oh, so that was not the United Nations, the fucking bullshit that Wilson started.
Yeah,
right?
the League
of Nations or something like that, right? So they kind of they kind of made that happen. Is that what happened then, basically?
Well, and I think
that's not what it says. It looks like they just pooled the resources and became one country. Maybe they did it in defense of the Soviet Union initially. But according to this, they formed that, and then they got recognized as the Kingdom of Yugoslavia later in Paris. So,
that's so interesting. Got by the League of Nations? That sounds like some bullshit that they would engineer. You know what I'm saying?
Conference of 1922 at the Conference of Ambassadors in Paris. And it was renamed the Kingdom of Yugoslavia October 3rd, 1929.
29 now? Okay. Somebody else says it was 1918. What did you say?
I thought
1929. Okay.
Well, I thought Bill said 1918 originally.
It did.
Yeah, I thought it was 1918.
Yeah.
It did.
That's what confused me because they were still ongoing.
Oh, wait a minute.
But no. When they first got together, they weren't called Yugoslavia. It became the Kingdom of the Serbs.
Oh.
And later on, it became recognized under the House of blah, 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 blah. That's what I said. At this conference in the ambassadors in Paris. And this was 1922.
Gotcha.
And then it was recognized. I'm sorry, that's when it was recognized and then renamed the Kingdom of Yugoslavia October 3rd, 1929. It just happened over a period of time. It's the same group of countries.
It took like 10 years to get recognized.
Whatever they were, kingdoms or fiefdoms or whatever. But they formed a more powerful country. They're a pretty good sized country once upon a time.
Yugoslavia is a big country, yeah.
But what I was trying to say earlier is it's just interesting that you can say that you have Yugoslavian lineage and that doesn't mean anything. Did you see the difference? I mean, there's
No, he could be one of 10 races
yeah,
and be from Yugoslavia.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
Croatia, Montenegro,
they probably all
Serbia.
Croatia. Yeah, Croatian.
yeah, because the Croats, the Slovenes, the
Bosnian.
Serbs, they even hate each other.
Yeah.
It was a war, remember?
Yeah,
And the Herzegovians,
I almost ended up over there. I had friends that went.
Macedonia.
I'm
you know.
sure they all have some genetic similarities, though. They're from the same region of the world and all that. But
Yeah.
but still, it could mean you're so many different things. It's just
Well,
interesting.
it's like saying you're an American. It's the same thing. Yeah.
How about Irish?
Yeah.
How many countries invaded Ireland?
No, it's like
Yeah,
saying you're an American. That don't make you the same race. You know what I mean?
No.
No.
Yeah.
There's
But they blend it.
30 different races here in the country, in the United States.
but these
Unfortunately, I'm just
hundreds of years they mixed, and it became a different race. I mean, this occurred over hundreds of years.
yeah.
Oh, they gotta keep to themselves. Trust me.
Yeah. See,
They're right at each other's throats, man.
Moving around wasn't a big thing. Like taking over an area was like a big thing, and then staying it, or expanding it, which is what was going on,
I don't think there was a lot of race mixing between the Serbs and the Bosnians in my
different Germanic tribes and the original Britons that were like allegedly original, and the Gaels and the
Oh, you should talk about Ireland.
The Celts, and England, and the Celts were all over England at one point, and then and then any of the Slavic and the Dutch, which are fucking Germans anyway, but it's. They're all a blend now. I mean, that happened over centuries. I mean, it wasn't like they popped in their military vehicle and left after the cessation hostilities. They set up shop and spread their semen.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
Yeah, my lineage is just straight old white cracker, Anglo-Saxon, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Yeah, but even within that, you probably have 5 or 6 different things mixed in there, though.
Cracker is actually in the description. He's saying, okay.
What can I say? I'm just a. But no, I mean, I've got German in me too. So
I've done that stupid test. My mother is Italian, and supposedly all Italian, and my father's side was Irish, and all Irish. And what the results were, we pretty much would expect. But here's the thing: like it was actually at least 50% Irish, maybe a little more, because I don't know why. Maybe some Irishmen got in on the Italian side once upon, but the Italian side was only like 40% because there was other things in there. Where ultimately, there was a lot of moving around of people. There was a lot of conflict, a lot of wars and like that. But it's pretty. But here's the thing: it's based on records that they can keep. You know what I mean? So in other words, the oldest tracking only goes back so many hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And the DNA tracking doesn't go more than 100. That's more of a modern sampling. They're not digging up 600-year-old graves and testing DNA. They're attributing.
Oh, I see what you're trying to say. Okay, you lost me because they can pull the Neanderthal out of you with DNA testing. They can find out if you're Neanderthal or strictly Homo sapien.
Yeah, but the idea that they know what region I'm from and what race I'm from that, when I could be from anywhere, and my DNA markers are a group of people that moved into that region more than 200 years ago, then our DNA be all over the fucking place. You know what I'm saying? All this skews the movements of different tribes and different peoples actually skews the thing. That's why the Italian side is not completely Italian, because there's even though it is. I mean, if you look at the tree that stupid thing built, they're all guineas in every which way. So I don't know, but it's pretty accurate. I mean, it's pretty much what you expected. It wasn't anything. I mean, the Irish side was very Irish. Yeah. From the right region of Ireland and everything, by the way.
Yeah.
The Munster region, which is the southeast Waterford County, basically, is where my peeps is supposed to be from. Down by the ocean. The ocean, when they made the crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's it's a pretty interesting thing.
Yeah.
Well, the delineation and the tribalism, you know what I mean, where everybody splits up. But in the end of the day,
Well, I know the Italian side lived north, and like in the Naples region, right? But this thing is showing me as being more south of that, and I know they were there for generations. I mean, I just well, unless someone's lying, but that's where the Magrinis were from, But so maybe not forever, or maybe a whole bunch of them moved south, and it's skewing the percentages. I don't know, But that's
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. But what's funny is the Irish side is like right on the fucking target. It's pretty funny. It's the right group of Irish people. You actually can narrow it down.
Well, it's not going to be perfect. Obviously, it's never going to be perfect.
Well, that's why
as far as exactly where you live, and I hear you. You're right. It's never going to be perfect. They're not going to be.
Well, it is. The Irish side is spot on. The Irish side is
spot on to where you want it to be, but that doesn't mean it's.
They actually show you a map. They show you a map where your people are from, and it actually zeroes right in to the county where my people are from. I swear to God.
I got you, but the Italian one didn't.
Huh?
You said the Italian side didn't. You said it's showing it from somewhere where your family's not from.
It did for a minute when I first started, because you get updates, it changes, and the Irish side is, if anything, got stronger, and then the Italian side kind of changed. It was weird because it allegedly at first I had Northern Italy, which included that region, and maybe some French, which would make sense because there was a lot of fighting that went on in the Southern European corridor there, and he attacked Napoleon attacked Italy, blah blah blah. Anyway, Italy wasn't even a country at the time; it was a bunch of kingdoms. So that's, but it's funny how it's changed over time because now it's not showing any of the French lineage, and it's actually going a little more further south. So I don't know.
So it just changes.
The more data they get, for the severe sampling, changes where they estimate you're from.
Well, then that's a problem in and of itself. Problem with air quotes, but the fact that it changes, it calls into question the accuracy of it to begin with.
All right. Well, it's got
because in another year it might totally have you from, fucking Norway. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just saying. All of a sudden decide, oh, wait a minute, your great grandfather was Sven Romain from Norway.
The remains the Irish side, the McGreen. Anyway, no, I mean, don't get me wrong, Lon. It's got the region correct. It's got Italy. It's got that's the strongest is from the boot, which is where they're supposedly from. So it's not horrendously off. I'm just saying it's funny how the Irish side was spot on. That's all.
Yeah,
it was just a coincidence or something, or a shitload of people from that region came to the U.S., which would definitely make the numbers skewed towards that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they'll actually give you a time chart that shows how many people from where you're from came over. How many by years and this and that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. And where they ended up. And my peeps ended up in the New York, New Jersey area. So
yeah.
Probably. We used to have to do guard duty on the Czech border back when I was in Germany because all the missile bases were. That was a sucky duty too because we would go in the winter. We go in the summer and the winter. So in the winter it was fucking cold, man. It was incredible. We're wearing Mickey Mouse boots standing out there with them loaded F-16s and shit for 4-hour shifts. Fucking sucked.
Your internet's dropping in and out, Lon.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could pick up what you're talking about, about where you were stationed and everything. But like right now, it's showing you got one bar, if that.
I see that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I wonder what that represents because I'm hardline. I'm on a hardline. I'm not Wi-Fi.
I don't know. You were cutting out.
It's going up and down like that.
Yeah, I saw that. Is that interesting? But I don't think it has anything to do with my internet because I'm hardline.
Right.
It probably has to do with the signal from the area because it has to
the server
your signal.
That's what happens.
And
and what forces them to switch it to different parts of the backbone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, something big could have happened which caused a surge in usage. And besides, when the Easterns, this time of night, well, there's less people because it's getting kind of late. But
Yeah.
the majority of the country, it's not that late. It's 11:33 here in the eastern part of the country. So that means it's only 9 something in the western part. So the majority of the country could still be online. Whereas during the day, unless you're working online, those same people aren't using the internet. I mean, the usage really jumps up after work. You know what I mean? After
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
when you get home, after dinner, after whatever,
Yeah.
always has.
It always
And you,
started
and you could see shit like that happen. What?
about 3:30 in the afternoon when kids get out of school is when this is back in the dial-up days or in the DSL days, and
Sometimes you couldn't dial in. They'd run out of banks. They'd run out of. I remember days when they'd run out of banks. You'd call and you get a busy signal.
Yeah.
And they had phone banks, to split those phone calls. You had to just keep trying because you know.
Yeah. And that's what happened, everybody got out of school or off work early, and boom, from then until about 9 o'clock at night, it was a pain in the ass.
Back in the day, remember the companies that used to offer free after cable really started taking off. Then there was like Juno and another one, two major ones. I can't think of the other one, but they would give you free internet, and you'd get like X amount of hours a month through dial-up. But you had to put up with some ad banners on the screen and like that. It was fucking free, and they had a list of national numbers, but these were nodes, and they started shrinking. The numbers started shrinking a lot of times.
Yeah.
But you could dial into just any number. Of course, you had, back in the day, sometimes it became a total phone call. I do remember having a $300 phone bill one month because I was playing Doom against people down in Texas.
Yeah.
No, I just pulled a speed test. I'm 2134 down and just under 200 up. So I'm over 2 gigs.
Yeah, I
down.
think it was probably a signal between where
something between
jump onto
you
this and
the server. Yeah.
How many jumps there are between you?
You probably got one relay is all it takes to be bad, and then you're.
Hell, we don't even know where this goes. For all we know, we're talking over some Chinese server somewhere. I doubt it. I'm sure we're talking over AWS. I'm sure we're dealing with an Amazon server because most people use Amazon servers anyway.
And we could look it up, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's
it would probably
you're going to be wherever they are.
Right.
Your signal's going to be routed. From you to wherever the best route is. I mean, it's constantly recalculating and whatever. And you know what? DDoS attacks happen in regions, or stuff happens. Shit happens. It causes a surge or an interruption, and then and it usually doesn't last very long because you get diverted to a different backbone.
Yeah. And that's happened to Art a couple of times. This happened to me a couple of times. Well, I think it even did it with you once or twice, Bill.
I had a problem, but that turned out to be cabling.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You had to replace all that.
I fixed it. Oh, I only did the stuff in the house. I put the stuff that was hanging back on. It's fine.
Okay.
But you know what? That cost me $40. No big deal. At least it's not the line to the house.
Yeah.
They say they have their own stream. They say they have their own server.
Yeah, but you still got to go through nodes or
their own server. Where we had servers too, and we used to lease them. We didn't actually have them in the building. I managed a bunch of servers for companies, but they were.
Greg has one down in Texas.
I leased them from server farms. Yeah.
I did service at a service farm last week.
Yeah.
Switch.
Osby Drone, he owns a server down in Texas.
Hey, don't get me wrong. The most we ran at one time was 3. It's not like I was.
Yeah.
It was only one of my jobs. Was to update all the different packages into Linux, and sometimes I had introduced certain portals because we put we actually sold a shopping cart site that I created. And we put merchant on it, and I had to go in there. I had to install the correct that, and Speedy Pet Tag's another one I did. But I had to actually install onto the server the correct packages to create the secure gateway for credit card usage. It wasn't some cheesy pop in PayPal API. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it works. Don't get me wrong, but you know, these were real. Anyway, what's up?
So yeah, it's funny what you can find out on the internet. Anyway, so they use Backblaze B2 cloud storage, and apparently they have data centers in the U.S. and Europe.
Okay,
That's the story.
so they have some of their own.
Yeah.
So that's the claim that Streamlabs uses B2 Backblaze or whatever it's called.
Well, it sounds like an organization. I'm not.
Yeah, Backblaze B2. Yep. I don't know what Backblaze B2. I could go deeper, you know. Then they'll probably point to someone else, and then I'll
Right. Yeah.
look that up, and it'll point to someone else.
And that's
You
a
know what I'm
rabbit hole.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go down that
or-
rabbit hole. Yeah.
Here's another shot. It may be. I mean, I think that's what it is. I think what we're thinking it is. It's just a server farm. So you know, a huge multinational server farm, or maybe Backblaze is the software that runs their servers that they own.
Yeah.
Well, it says cloud service. I don't know what that means, but it relies on major cloud service providers like Backblaze B2 for data storage.
I mean, you know, I mean, it could be their UI. You know, what I mean that their servers, like in other words, I used to log in through. Fuck, God, you know, I'm getting old, man. There was 3 different Plex. I think it was one of them, but that's totally something different to you now. But they used to use Plex to manage servers. We used to use. Oh God, there were a couple. I use it now. RyanConsulting.com is on one. What the fuck is it? Anyway, but they're basically interfaces. You log in, you control your mail servers, you control your,
Yep.
you control everything. You set all your settings up, and you manage the server through a UI interface, which is nice because back in the day, I used to log in remotely and do it with like on a DOS screen, and I was no genius. I used to look the shit up, you know. Don't get me wrong, you know, but that's how I would log in,
Right.
and manage the servers back then. But later on, like for a website, it's become much easier, and most people don't even poke around in there, you know.
Yeah.
But I was, well, for example, I use Google mail servers with RonaneConsulting.com, and to do that, I have to set the mail settings in my website, to use the correct POP3 and SMTP settings for that to work.
So Backblaze B2, their servers are located in Sacramento, Stockton, Phoenix, Reston, Virginia, Toronto, Canada, and Amsterdam.
Yeah, I forget the big.
Yeah, it's a server company.
Yeah, they got server farms all over the place. I went to actually, it's the only reason I ever went to Houston was I went to a convention, being customers of this server company, which I could not tell you the name of, man. I had one server with them. I got invited, so I went. I mean, it wasn't free, you know, but it was a great deal and it was a great time, you know. Saw Houston. Had a lot of nightlife going on at the time. There was some kind of thing going on in the streets, like all the streets were full of people at night, like a Mardi Gras kind of situation.
Oh wow, oh that's cool.
It really added to the flavor of my trip, you know.
I could see
just
that.
wandering around, getting lost in Houston at night, surrounded by thousands of people that could rob you at any moment. But it was cool.
Right.
It was fun.
Sounds like Mardi Gras.
That's what it felt like. I mean, I've never been to Mardi Gras, but I mean, it was their version of it, at least. People were drinking. I mean, we were walking around in public, drinking. Cops were there. Nobody cared.
I went. I didn't go down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, but I did go up to Baton Rouge.
Ooh, Baton.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Well, I was down there in Alexandria, Louisiana, which is Fort Polk was there, but I was at England Air Force Base, which is we were testing out one of the new AGMs.
Where is this?
It's in Louisiana, Alexandria, Louisiana.
Yeah, because my brother was stationed at Barksdale.
Oh, okay.
In Louisiana, in fact, that's where he got E5 was when he was in the services while he was there. I actually went down there and visited.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he lived off base, you know.
Yeah.
He brought me on the base, Chuck. You drive through like a fucking giant golf course to get in the place. It's a pretty nice base.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's where let me see. They're famous for something. I can't think of what it is. I don't know. It's big. It's probably one of. I believe it's one of the biggest Air Force bases we have. I believe.
Yeah, I think they shut down the one I was at, which was England Air Force Base.
Yeah, well,
I don't think.
I didn't work. That one didn't work there. I was just a pretender.
Yeah. Well, we were. This was when they were first developing the infrared imaging, which is the AGM 65, and we were testing that. We picked that time of the year because it was shitty weather, and the Army was out driving their tanks out of Fort Polk. They were out driving their tanks on this testing grounds and lighting fires and cans, and they were trying to see would the pilots be able to discern the difference between a burning trash can or a tank using this infrared. So
cool.
Yeah. But
you want to know why I went to, I shouldn't tell this on the air, why I went to visit my brother in Louisiana, because it only took 3 days to get a driver's license.
Wow.
So that's exactly how long I was there. Because the states did not that I was suspended in any other state at the time.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't take advantage of the fact that the state didn't have interstate records.
Right. Yeah. Interstate. Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I would use a Louisiana driver's license and live in Pennsylvania and use that license for 6 years. Not that I would do any of those things.
Right. Of course you wouldn't. Yeah. Well, that's a good reason to go down there. I did
Louisiana for 5 years, 6 years, but I lived in Pennsylvania.
I was down there. I think we was down there I think we're down there. I can't remember if we're down there 30 days or 60 days.
I got pulled over once with that driver's license.
Oh, wow. See you guys later.
Are you leaving? Okay.
Yeah. It's 1:45, man.
Yeah,
I just looked over at the clock. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
we're still live, aren't we? Yeah, we're still live.
Yeah, we're still live. You're almost 4 hours live.
I know. 3:41. We're just shooting the shit.
Hey.
No, we don't have to stay.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.
I'm
All
off.
right, Lon,
I'm not
take
going
care.
anywhere. I don't even care. Good night.
No.
We don't have to do the outro.
No.
Dominic, don't feel you need,
right.
if you're tired, man, or you got things to do.
Let's get the outro going.
You've been talking our ear off, What'd you say? You're gonna go?
Yeah.
What do you think, Lloyd? You want to go?
I'm waiting for the outro.
All right. We'll do the outro. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody still out there, we really killed it. This is the lowest I've ever seen. Two
people? Oh, yeah.
We've been talking about shutting down for 5 minutes. I was bound. It was only 5 anyway. So there you go. All right. Should we do? Let's do the outro. Let's do that. Let's do this officially. Okay. Here it is.
How dare you?
No, that's not it. That's the wrong.
Exactly.
I gotta do it once. I like it. It's just good. No, not that one either, dumbass. Oh my God. I only do this every week.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Bill and all the tribe. Thank you all for coming, and we hope you will subscribe. You're all invited back next week to watch another show. We're all too drunk and tired, so we're gonna have to go.
That's
enough. Y'all come back. This has been a Bill Ways presentation.
How dare you?